But yeah, welcome to episode 6. It's our first guest episode. Today on the podcast, we have an editor for Caanths. You know, he's British. He takes the time out of his own day to make content for Stanz to react to, and he enhances Stanz's content. He was in Task Manager. He was in the finale. Lion Eagle, thank you so much for being on the podcast. We really appreciate you having you here.
I want to point out, I don't make content for Stanz to watch on stream. That's Caanths.
Yeah, you have. You've done your songs.
Well, that's
true.
That's,
Thanks.
Right, all right.
Yeah.
I got you.
I got you. Yeah.
Also,
thanks for being here, Lion Eagle.
Notice, Lion Eagle's gone. Bye. That was very brave. Editing anything on OBS after that nightmare that we had at the start is very brave.
Yo, watch this. Whoa!
Whoa! Notice to see at the start of that, I'm pretty sure you said Caanths editor. You didn't say Stanz editor, so a bit
Dude,
of a
I get those
slip there,
I
but it's
get
alright,
those names
we'll
mixed up
move.
all the time. The amount of times that I say Caanths when I'm in Stanz.
Is that not the hierarchy? No. Is that Caanths editor? Is that not how that works?
Like
Stanz's videos for me.
Yeah.
Stanz is the editor for the Caanths channel.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Someone mentioned in one of the videos I edited, it was like, oh, Caanths really did a deep dive getting the Shadow of the Colossus song in there, and I was like, Caanths didn't edit this, but that's not what I wrote. What I wrote was Stanz didn't edit this.
Wait, actually, that's so funny.
Yeah, and so then the guy was like, I never said he did.
He fought back.
Yeah.
He bit back at you.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I was like, shit, I meant Caanths. I edited this. I'm the editor.
To be fair, that does seem to happen a lot when I go through the comments, and respect to Stanz, Caanths, who replies to the comments, being like, actually, Lady got did this one, so he did.
To be fair, it doesn't happen too often. The only other time I saw it was actually a Caanths video, but it was like saying, hey, that new Streamer Sunday thing's pretty pog, and then it's
that was the latest one, where there was an intro that you did in a video that I edited.
Yeah, so it's like, I understand why people get that wrong, because it literally has Caanths' name in it, so...
Yeah, you just look in the description. If it says Lion Eagle and you go, "Wow, Caanths, great job," then you cringe.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Yeah, if it's
look at the description.
I'm gonna call this person out. Fuck him. Where is it? Which video was it? Shadow of the Colossus. So that means that it was the one with. So Stanz was really sad. It was.
All of them then. Whenever
it was about having a really wide asshole. Who had the really wide asshole? The nerds. It was the nerds.
I feel like I know most of Stanz's content. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Right,
the nerd with the wide arsehole.
So there was someone who said that their farts aren't audible because they have a wide arsehole.
Yes.
Because it was the nerds had to fart.
Oh, right. Okay. I get you.
Where's this? Where is it?
When you said nerds, I thought you were talking about like Nerds Candy for a second. I was like, nerds with wide assholes.
All right, the geeks. There we go.
Yeah.
Caanths diving into Shadow of the Colossus OST for this video. Fluxator. Lion Eagle responded, Stanz didn't edit this. Fluxator hit back with, I never said he did, !
Reply now, go.
You.
Then Lion Eagle fought back with, LMAO, Caanths didn't edit this video.
And then reply now being like, I'm the editor, it's me!
I did it!
It
was me! I'm the real Caanths!
Imagine if we just we've done a whole Scooby-Doo thing and we just take off our skin and we are each other. And we swap setups.
Yeah, I just turn off this name layer and then it reveals a Lion Eagle underneath. Oh, it's Truthman all along. Oh wow.
Oh, no!
Yeah, that's right, everyone.
Truthman. Oh god.
You're both actually Breezy. Breezy's just an amalgamation of all three of you.
Breezy just decided that he wanted a British persona, so he's hired 2 British actors.
Yeah, because as we all know, Kev is the token American.
Kev is
Definitely
the token American.
The only one.
Yeah, actually, let's. I don't know what we had topic-wise lined up because I've not read any of the sheets, but I think that's a good one to talk about. Is the Stanz video? I know we talked about it on our last episode, but we've got Caanths here who was a big part of making that come true.
What, the new Streamer Sunday thing?
No, first of all was the thank you video, the Rising Star video.
The thank you video. Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, it was cool. Caanths had a big part in making sure that we got a few people involved in that, like Logic Defender.
Yeah, we won't talk about that one. But yeah, no, it was really nice. It was Climber that came up with the idea and got in touch with you, I think, and then
he got in contact with me and Curly, which was a bit of a weird one, I'll say it, but
Curly, the integral cog in the Stanz wheel that is Curly. Thank you so much for.
To be fair, Curly, I think Curly might be one of the people in chat that gets his messages read out the most by Stanz. I think Stanz.
Oh yeah, we're talking then 100%.
I think Curly has definitely like cemented himself as if Stanz sees the message, he knows he's safe to read it out.
Well, okay, I wouldn't go that far. I don't think any of us fall into that category at all.
No.
I don't know. He does start reading a lot of my messages now. So like if I do like a fat paragraph, he'll start reading it and then he'll regret it and then
and then he'll regret it. Yeah.
He'll regret it because it's like half of it will be like, "Who? Here's an interesting fact," and then the other half is, "Get me on your stream."
Also, raid when question mark.
That was so funny yesterday when Stanz just went offline and I was like, "Fuck it, /raid Lion Eagle, see if it works," and it worked.
That's insane. Insane to know that whenever Stanz finishes stream and doesn't raid anyone, I can just go in there and do raid myself.
I said in Stanz's editors. Not editors, mod chat.
Whoops, accidentally raided Lion Eagle.
I was like, I won't make a habit of it, guys. I'm very sorry, but I figured it would be better for the viewers to go somewhere than to just like drop off and not exist. So,
is that just a mod thing then? Well, a mod and editors thing then, I guess.
Just editors. Half, like almost all of the mods can't raid. It's only us two.
So I actually have more power in terms of whether raids go than the mods do.
Yeah, we can run ads as well whenever we want.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I
had that
streamers who are running things that don't even look at their chat, and the whole thing, they just run everything. They have someone basically who runs it for them.
Yeah.
Probably how, like a lot of the bigger streamers like have like shows and stuff work. Like if you think Mizkiv's sitting there running ads, you're wrong. Big man he ain't got the attention span for that for a start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had the power to do that when we were doing Task Manager, I definitely would have like had it so the final result got for ads.
Just ads run.
Yeah. I was like during the streamer awards, all the fucking people that were complaining, being like, "There's an ad during the announcement." And I'm like, you probably just opened up the stream, which meant you got an ad. You probably went, "Oh, it's being announced now." Click. And like,
it was insane though. I don't know.
Being subscribed.
I don't know if you were watching Notice to See, but I know that you two were Lion Eagle and Curly because we were all in the call. But yeah, there was like every time that because there's obviously like a period between ads and it's like the same amount of time every time when the ads refresh and you can play them again, and you could tell when the ads were playing even though I was sub to Cutie, because there would be literally 50,000 people would just stop watching the stream.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that means that they got an ad so it stops counting as a view, which doesn't seem to make sense in my head. I think it was
Correct.
There was so many people watching and 50,000 of them went, "Oh, an ad, cringe," and clicked off, which is insane.
50,000 of them probably switched streamers to try and like switch out and back in to try and avoid the ad.
Oh, true, yeah. Like to people that are
which doesn't
restreaming
work,
cringe.
but
Yeah.
You just end up watching an ad on two separate streams, but yeah.
That's what they want. That's what Big Jeff wants.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there was just like it was both that you saw the numbers drastically drop, and then also you just saw
a
so
whole
many
host of
people
primes. Crazy, yeah. It was a wave. We got a bit off topic though. We were talking about the thank you video, weren't we?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Lion Eagle did cut out the probably like the 5 seconds of me trying to put the wig on. It was a real struggle.
Yeah, you did drop your wig on the floor, which was very funny.
I did notice because there's one of the only people that didn't. Because I assumed you didn't edit the video, and it was a Lion Eagle cut, and I was thinking this is the only one of the submissions that has actually got a cut in. and it was already a very long amount of time for you to put on that wig. So I was like, how long must it have been for Lightning to cut it? That's crazy.
Yeah, I dropped it, mid putting on, and I was like, you know what? Either that's funny, or it'll go on too long, and it'll just get cut out. I don't care. Either way, it is what it is. There was also a bit after that because I was like, I actually never at any point thought I said thanks, so I just repeated myself, but that's fine.
Yeah, you did like another like thank you thing again.
Yeah, because I don't remember if I said it. I think I just was like, I'm gonna one take Jake this, and then easy peasy, easy clap.
Yeah, I just thought that you going, "Can I be in Winner's Path?" was like the best ending.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was really good. Speaking of good thank you submissions, Notice the Z. What the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? That's literally what I'm known for. I keep the paint on deck, ready to go at any moment.
Insane. It was the fact that Stanz thought that you pre-recorded it and did it when we did
I know, right? That would have been just insane. Imagine.
Yeah.
It made zero sense. Considering the awards weren't even conceptualized at that point.
Yeah.
And if you just okay, I'm gonna paint myself up and just congratulate him for everything. All right, yeah, congratulations on your presidential election. Congratulations on.
No, that would have been very funny if you just did a list of different well done's, well done for this award, well done for hitting 1 million subscribers, well done for. And then ended it with right, that should be enough. Hopefully this can be used someday. And then I just put the entirety of that.
You should literally just do that. Paint yourself green and do a video on Stanz.vip saying an arbitrary number of thank yous, and eventually one of them might be able to be used in the
anyone
future.
As well. Just do it so you go, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
What an amazing. I'm here
Michael,
to thank you
it's
about
your today.
Yeah, just open mouth.
That song, the rat song. I did not realize that was a German thing.
Yeah, Germa's fucking goated, mate. I love Germa.
Caanths loves Germa.
I'm glad, because I honestly didn't know too much about Germa until Germa's Dollhouse, because he entered the Ludwig and Co sphere, and I was like, oh, okay, I actually respect his content a lot more. And then someone in chat recommended doing a YouTube deep dive on Germa, so I was forced to learn a lot about Germa, and then I was like, oh shit, he's actually just insanely goated and deserving of this deep dive. We might even need to do another deep dive on him because there's just too much to go into one video. Hey, sick.
Yeah, I actually saw, I think, in the Hank Green deep dive that people are actually asking for a Yogscast one, which is kind of hype.
Yeah, because they saw it in the intro.
Yeah.
100%. Both of those are going to be really hype.
Because Lanigo wants to talk about all the Yogscast lore. He wants to talk about Shin. He wants to talk about. Cut that.
Let's talk about the time that they made a Kickstarter and got rid of all of their and then scammed all of their fans.
Is there anyone
Let's
else
also talk about PewDiePie.
I thought you were going to say puberty. I was like, where are you going with that?
Well, some of the members of the Yogscast don't really care about puberty.
Oh my god, Curly. No.
Oh god.
Unfortunately, sadly true.
Oh my god.
What up, Dawson?
Dawson, what a great time to join.
So that's kind of a little bit leaky. I've actually been working on a Yogscast YouTube deep dive for Stanz.
Let's go.
Which is, I don't even know if that is leaky. I kind of talk about it all the time anyway. But no, we've got some shorter ones that are in the work as well. A little bit of a Stanz.
Notice the Z deep dive when.
Well, I won't go that far.
We can probably do the Notice the Z deep dive now. He did a Snapchat cooking show, appeared on a Stanz game show, and now does a podcast.
I do 3 podcasts, excuse you.
3 podcasts.
One sec, did you not also do good in Yu-Gi-Oh sometimes? That happened.
I don't know about that
was. Well, are we talking about content though? Because I don't think he did good in Yu-Gi-Oh content.
I've not done any Yu-Gi-Oh content.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
playing basketball.
just real life him,
He did do a 24-hour live stream where.
That is true.
He raised $1,000 for charity.
We finished a way out for Ludwig
and I got a cool water
Stanz
bottle for it.
Did you actually? That's really sick.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
He finished a way out, and then we totally did that amazing soul lock that whole 100% went down and finished. I definitely didn't save over my file and fuck it all up.
I don't think that was during the live stream, was it? Or that was the 24-hour one? Was that?
Yeah, well, it's because I donated to the charity instead of giving you gifted subs.
You're right. You're right. And then we just ended up playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I think.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we played Yu-Gi-Oh instead.
I mean, we've got 3 hours to fill. We might as well.
Yeah, it went with me going, I was literally going, oh yeah, I never do this. I never save over it. I always have a spare one. Then to be loading it up and going, oh fuck, I did that thing that I just said that I was never going to do.
Yeah, you should never speak it into existence. It will always happen.
But yeah, we've got a couple of like mini deep dives sort of laid out. The ones where Stanz goes and looks for the content himself. Like, who was it? It was the Hexagons guy, wasn't it? The last one we did.
Yeah, so well, that kind of this didn't start out of a good idea. This started out of I'm supposed to do a deep dive with you today, Stanz, but it's actually you ran a bit too late, and I'm too busy now, and it's also late, so I can't speak loudly. So here's the YouTuber. Look at their videos; they're great. Just go and look at them by yourself. You do all the research live. And he's like, all right, and it went really well. So. Yeah, I definitely think Mar's a good idea. I think for like the YouTubers that you don't need to watch, like don't need like explanation of, it's just their content guides it. Definitely worth him doing. Like EMP Lemon would have been a good one, but apparently they're cringe. So
is EMP Lemon cringe?
Yeah, apparently there's like melee drama with hacks, and I don't know any of that. But then apparently EMP Lemon made some bad takes on that. But I don't even know what the drama is, and I don't really. Yeah, I'm not a big. Yeah, if it's drama pertaining to me, I like it. If it's just random drama, who gives a fuck? So
that's fair.
It's definitely not a Stanz vibe. Like especially after the PewDiePie one, you know what you can't go into and what you can go into.
Yeah, that's
keep it as lighthearted as possible. Because that's just really what it is.
But that's one of the issues, isn't it? Because a lot of YouTubers have had some sort of drama. Where
especially like the old ones, the OGs, every single one of them has had some sort of controversy. It's hard not to talk about them.
So it's like even like if we did like a YouTube deep dive on like Jenna Marbles, like she still had controversy where people have then dropped off, which would then means that there's people defending against her. And...
because that would be really tricky. Because I'd want to be on Jenna Marbles' side, but then I don't want to be on the side of an alt-right. And someone that's done blackface.
Yeah, exactly.
That would not be a good look for me. I'm already deemed a racist. That's just, I don't want to go any further down that rabbit hole, please.
That's the thing. Like, I'm thinking of all like the OG creators that I watched back in the day. I used to watch Smosh religiously, but that's so much of it. Like, you'd have to explain the whole fucking company thing. You'd have to explain like
media.
Yeah, you'd have to explain. It's too much effort. It's genuinely.
I think Smosh is actually a doable one, and they've not been cancelled. So if I'm going to cover any like OG YouTubers. They're basically the only one that I could cover without listing controversy, really.
Yeah, I think it would be quite interesting, though, Smosh.
You'd have to go up to the point where it splits up, and then go, oh, look, Anthony's doing his own thing now, that's Pog, and Smosh still exists, but...
because I think that would be the interesting thing, because you can say how they've sort of split off with creative differences, but they're both still doing something, like, now. And I agree, new Smosh isn't, like, that interesting. It's kind of, like... They've got like a following, and they're just sort of using that to pump out content that's like the same stuff they do.
100%.
But yeah, then you do have Anthony, who's gone off and done his other things.
It's still very good, actually.
Interview stuff, but it's still like a good, interesting story where they're both sort of no one's like there was like drama there, but not like someone did something bad drama.
Yeah. If anything, it wasn't their fault, so it's not like they got fucked over. If anything, it says it's a good story to show how different YouTube is now than it was back then.
Yeah,
it's crazy. The whole like they got nothing from that massive, like the amount of money they could have made was so less significant what they got in the end. Sad, but it is what it is. I think as well another one that I watched back in the day and you could not do was Shane Dawson.
Yeah, and maybe not.
No way in hell you could even touch Shane Dawson. And,
there was a part of time where I wanted to do, I was thinking of different creators to do YouTube deep dives on, and I kind of wanted to do deep dives on creators with a bit of controversy behind them so we could talk about them, because drama does well on YouTube.
Yeah.
So Shane Dawson was one of the people that I had in mind to do a video on, and then the PewDiePie video didn't do very well, and I was like, that's kind of drama related. I ideally... handled better, but I thought it was a good direction to go. Not a good direction to go. Just stay positive. Don't talk negative about anyone ever. So.
And like if the whole thing about PewDiePie being racist is basically one of the parts that came out of that video. Fuck, you don't even want to touch Shane Dawson with the pole.
Exactly.
Not at all. I mean, in real life, he can stay the fuck away from me on social media. He can stay the fuck away from me, and also in YouTube deep dives. Will have nothing to do with Shane Dawson ever in my life, please. Thank you. Yeah.
Unless we hit 1 million subscribers.
A Shane Dawson special.
On our specific Twitch channel.
Moments on YouTube.
Top 10 racists on YouTube. When's that XX Gamer Juice video coming out?
That's a good XX Gamer Juice video.
And then number one is the Stanz Editor Caanths.
I was in Connell's chat talking about XX Gamer Juice. And obviously I just know XX Gamer Juice, right? He's just one of my
I believe you've said that he's been to your house before.
Yeah, he films his videos
Really?
in my house.
Yeah.
No way.
There was no XX Gamer Juice in the Stan's thank you video.
Well, he doesn't
True,
like Stanz,
yeah. I mean, he's a very
Juice was in
busy
it,
guy. So.
Was the juice not in it? No, the juice.
The juice was not in it.
No.
Cringe.
Unfortunately
I've
not.
noticed that XX Gamer Juice is getting a bit harder every episode.
Neck with all vodka by the final episode.
It went for some freeway cola to Old Rosie very quickly.
It did. Old Rosie's great.
It's going downhill. I'm saying Old Rosie's great. Curly's never had it, but
Oh, you should. It's like strong, but doesn't taste strong, and relatively cheap. It's like a little bit more expensive than Strongbow, but so good.
yeah, but also like the bottle it comes in is just huge, so it's like
Yeah, it looks sick.
yeah.
Is it a 3 liter? Like, is it a 3 liter something?
It's a little bit less than 3 liters. I think it's like because I was looking at the price comparison for like getting a
Units
12
per.
pack
Yeah.
of Strongbow, and it's a little bit more expensive, but not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. I told the story I think before, but a friend of mine I went to university with once sat down in Tesco's for an hour and worked out the price per alcohol per unit so that he could get the most alcohol per price. And he
That's
decided
good.
that.
Why are you doing that in
box wine-
Tesco? Get to Aldi.
Because we don't have
True.
them.
Oh, you don't have an Aldi. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, we don't have
Oh,
Aldi, unfortunately.
Yeah, they don't have
We're
Aldi
on
in
the
Northern
we're a
Ireland.
developed
True.
nation. Yeah.
God, you don't have Aldi. That's
Yeah,
insane.
we're a little loyal.
I'm gonna say this is the third time on the podcast we've talked about Northern Ireland not having all these.
So,
I wanted to make the thumbnail, all right.
Yeah, okay, this is the thumbnail. Podcast.
It's just Caanths and an Aldi. That's going to be the thumbnail.
There's the face.
Have you seen our thumbnails before, Caanths? For the
I think I saw a couple. I'm not like 100% familiar.
Podcast thumbnails are actually insane.
Yeah, the first one got me feeling a kind of way. Not gonna lie. The column
let
one.
me-
The Cat Columns is officially episode 1.
Yeah. Oh. Will XX Gamer Juice ever weigh in on the LeBron and Stan's body versus Stan's and LeBron body controversy?
That would be a good one. I should. He should. Yeah.
Freudian
I was. What? What happened? Nothing. I was talking about Gamer Juice. I was in Connell's chat talking about things that I should suggest for XX Gamer Juice, and was saying, have you guys got any ideas? And as a collective, like his chat and him, we came up with some bangers.
Nice.
I thought top 10 days of the week, and just repeat
That's
3
so
of the
funny.
days of the week
That's so
for like different numbers. That'd be so funny. Like our Thursday is,
Number 1 or the same one.
but Thursday is first and last would be going.
Yeah.
Please do honourable mentions as well, and then just say all the days of the week.
Yeah. Top 12 months of the year, and just list them in order. Because to be fair, that's probably the correct listing anyway,
the
right?
12 months of the year ranked furthest away from December.
What were some other good ones?
Oh, the top letters. Top 20.
Yeah, that was them.
26? 8?
Top
I don't know,
100
man.
numbers in
Yeah.
under 100.
I think top 10 numbers would be really, really good.
There's an obvious number 1 and 2. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But which one's number 1? Which one's number 2?
Oh, that's a debate.
Yeah.
Number
I
1
think
is
they've
actually
both got equal claim.
Number 1 is 42069.
exactly.
Oh, the combination.
Oh yeah. I didn't even
And
consider
then
it.
it's 420, and then it's 69.
Oh, to be fair, 69 420 is better than 420 69 because like 69 comma 420 is better than 42 comma
Oh, you're right.
069. Yeah.
Well, I've just found out top days of the week has already been done, which is very cringe.
No.
Did they do top 10 though?
Yeah, I think Jack's Films is great, so he would have 100% done a similar joke. Fuck's sake. But yeah, I can't remember. Maybe I wrote it down. I usually write down any good ideas in notes. Did I write down a game?
You can send an email so you can send it to Gamer Juice. Yeah, fair.
Oh yeah. So have you all seen the top 10 women Gamer Juice video?
Of course.
And the Sloth video, that was very funny.
Would you believe there's two things that I want to say about that video. One, stone cold sober.
Okay.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Like it seems like I'm just a drunk rambling, and I do like a good drink. I am currently drinking right now. I'm drinking some sangria.
Yeah, but what about Excess Gamer Juice? Was he drinking?
Oh, sorry. They're the same as me. We're so alike in every way.
You guys look nothing alike. What are you talking
get
about?
you guys confused, but only because you're both British.
Wait, X Gamer Juice is British? Wait, what?
I honestly don't know where they're from. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
Narnia.
They're more of a presence than a accent.
Oh.
That was almost awkward. So I was going to DM all of the podcast images to Caanths, and I was on my message with Stanz.
That'd have been funny.
Just no context. Send him the images.
Here's how it should be done.
Hire me instead.
So yeah, that was the one thing, was I was sober because everyone was because I think Sheep was the one that pulled up XX Gamer Juice on the modcast.
Yeah.
And made Stan's stream watch it, which was very funny. And everyone was like, he's so drunk, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I got
Gamer
the
Juice wasn't.
vibe of you are pretending to be drunk rather than you are drunk.
Yeah, okay, good.
Also, I wasn't there for it, but they also watched your Among Us song.
Oh god, yeah, I know.
I was there for that.
Let's not. We can avoid talking about the Among Us song.
Will you watch it? No.
To be honest, the actual song and the animation to it, I am like not ashamed of. Is the concept of doing an Among Us song is the bit that's like, how, why has this been done? But the execution, I think, isn't too bad. Apart from me singing, I hate me singing, and I was forced to sing some bits. So
you were very animated, though. That's all I'm saying. You were very good at it. Like you put some stank on it. That's all.
Yeah, it was not the stank that I wished to put on. So
yeah, it was very kids YouTuber stank, but like.
Yeah, that's the vibe that I wasn't even trying to do that, but it is 100% that vibe. Yeah. So the other thing about the XX Gamer Juice thing, it was almost 100% improvised. I wrote down the top 10 list, and all it has written are the people.
That's
in
so
like
funny.
in an order. Like, it just says Oprah Winfrey, Princess Peach,
Yeah.
Betty White, Rochelle Stans, Mama Gamer Juice, The Virgin Mary, Green M&M, Daisy, God, and Michelle Obama. And everything else I said was just me trying to think of the most stupid and crazy thing to say on the spot. And then I watch it back, and some of them are like actually funny planned jokes. I don't know what my brain did, because I'm not that Gamer Juice isn't that funny, but like on the spot, apparently he's hilarious. So.
Yeah, I think there was some times where you would like repeat the entire list over and over again. Like, say, like,
again, that was because I was doing it off the cuff and I couldn't think of what to do, but it turned
like,
into...
And who's better than these last 3 people? Well, obviously it's this person. And who's better than these 4 people? It's...
Yeah, it turned into something that came across as funny, but it was just because I had no idea what I was going to say, so I was just rambling.
That's great. I've sent you those thumbnails, by the way, Caanths.
Oh yeah, what, your guys' thumbnails?
Yeah,
for the podcast.
The podcast thumbnails.
Oh my god, yeah, I saw the blobby one. That one's great. And you've not photoshopped in those ice creams, have you? Have you photoshopped
No,
in those
ice creams were there.
I was gonna say, because if you have, that's insanely well done.
Alright, I'm actually just listening to Third Imposter on the channel.
It was insane when that happened in the modcast, because it just came out of nowhere.
It was midnight.
Midnight just says, hey, did you know Caanths did an Among Us song? I was like, what? How do you even know anything that I've done midnight? Who the fuck are you? What the fuck? He was crazy. And then he was like, yeah, and he's got a behind the scenes video, and I was like, just whatever you do not watch that video because that's fucking even worse. But oh dear.
Oh, we watched the behind the scenes.
Did they? I thought they didn't watch it.
I thought they did watch it. Oh,
they clicked on it for like half a second, and then I think went
Stans
off.
came back. I'm pretty sure Stans came back at that point.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Stans came back, and then he happened to wake up at that point when they were playing the fucking Among Us song, so now he knows too.
Love that.
Yeah, very cringe.
So speaking of songs, Lion Eagle got his start editing for Stanz by doing the Billy Joel song. How did you get the Stanz gig? Because I don't know if that's like you've talked about it before.
Oh, we all know that. Caanths was in the same video. The same Reddit recap.
So
we both had videos.
Literally, we were the only two people that made a video for Stanz to be an editor. And we all know Stanz and DMs, so he didn't check the emails that he'd asked people to send and just asked us to. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so I'm not even sure what it fully was at the time. I think he was looking for someone for the Clips channel. Had like a thing for that, but I think he was looking for like other things as well.
Yeah, so he put up quite a few posts asking for different things in different places.
Yeah.
And they were all kind of a little bit contradictory, and it was a bit hard to follow.
Sounds like Stanz.
So one of them was definitely looking for a video editor. I think it was Logic Defender who messaged me saying, yo, Stanz is looking for an editor, because he knew I was looking for someone to edit for. So yeah, he said you should submit something, so I did. I sent an email, which I'm sure Lion Eagle also did.
Yeah, I did an email. I did tweet at him as well with a showreel, which was like it was. There was something about one of his messages that was like send it in a Twitter DM. So I did a Twitter
that's
DM
what I mean. Like they
email.
were also because he listed his email on one of them, and then it was like tweet on the other one, and then one of them mentioned clips, one of them didn't.
Yeah, all of my things was like here's my showreel. If you want it on there, then that. Yeah, no, I've not got it. I asked you to send me the chat link thing that you use because I don't have that anymore as an overlay thing.
I got you.
But yeah.
So yeah, we were both of the same mind, which I think was he's probably not going to check through the emails, but if he does, doing a Reddit post where it gets our name out there and he's aware of us and can see our editing skills isn't going to harm our chances at getting on.
I mean, you went even further with it. Like yours was basically just like a full submission of this is what I can do, which was really cool. Whereas I was like, hey, I'm going to make some Reddit content that's just like begging for a job. But like, showed like editing like skills in there of like doing things to timing on beats and things. Yours was more content. Mine was. It was just an example of a video, basically. It was a vibing session, which is crazy, because then we didn't do any vibing session or content until like 6 months later or something. And then I was like, hey, crazy idea, we should do vibing sessions. Yeah. And it was like the first thing. And then now we're like, no more vibing sessions.
Now we're like, oh, that's great, let's not do that. But yeah, so I just did a Reddit post, and Stanz asked both of us to submit our responses, and mine happened to be one of the videos that I edited for like a trial was the Reddit rehash that we were both in.
Yeah,
I cut Lion Eagle out, obviously. No, I remember.
So you're actually very nice to me in that. I recall there was like after I did my submission, there's like a big like cheer and like confetti goes on screen and stuff.
Because I didn't want to be shitty to anyone else that was in there, and I was also very conscious editing my own submission to try and be an editor, and the trial video is me editing that is insane. Like I should probably hold off from showing almost all of my submission because that would be insane. So I showed like the first bit and then like cut to another bit and then Stan's reacting to it. But yeah, so and then all the comments were like, wow, it's so good to see Caanths got the job after doing this thing. And I was like, it's just a trial, but look at all the comments. Please give me the job, pretty please. You see the comments like me. If the comments like me, you like me, Caanths. Come on, you know. And then we ended up doing like 3 trial videos each. And I was like, So why are we doing so many trial videos? Like both me and Line Eagle were like, I'm liking these. Let's do another trial video.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Wait, you did multiple trial videos. Let me go back to my DMs. I don't think he called the rest of mine trial videos.
Well, so
that's not me like starting drama.
No. He didn't call it a trial video, but he just hadn't spoken to me about being like a proper editor, and he'd spoken to you and made you like in the editor's role and shit. And he hadn't spoken to me about shit. He was just like, yeah, I want you to do this other video if you can. I was like, yeah, that's sick. And then I did the third video, and I was like, hey Stanz, just wondering if this is an actual thing. I feel like it's a thing. I've done 3 videos. I feel like it should be a thing. And he was like, yeah, sorry, I've been busy. I should have told you, yeah, I want you to be an editor. I was like, oh, sick. I did get it. Good. It was only 3 videos later.
I would send a Line Eagle about it. I was like, he said it just happened to be the case. But it seemed like he really hit a bit of a gold mine getting 2 people in a different time zone. Just because of how, like, if his content is all while you're asleep, or like later in the day, he can go to bed, wake up, and you could have started already working on the edit. Whereas if it was someone else in the States, they would also be asleep and then not wake up. You know what I mean? It seemed to have really worked out that way. I don't think he thought about that when it happened.
No.
I think it's been probably a bit of a blessing in disguise.
100%. I think there's a lot of editors, people looking for editors, that don't even take that into consideration. They think, oh, they're not living in the same time zone as me. Communication's going to be hard. And then I'll never get the chance to like meet them in person, whereas quite a few people would like to meet the people they're employing.
I get that, but I do think the time difference is a positive, really.
Yeah, that's what Curly was saying. I agree.
I completely agree. Yeah, I do think it's a positive. Like,
I think people's mindsets think that the time difference would be bad when actually it means exactly what Curly said, which is we can work whilst they're asleep, which is insane. It's like slave labor, but not. It's great.
Ethical slave labor.
Yeah, let's go with it. Drake's in the chat for ethical slave labor. Am I right?
Yeah, come on, get some Drakes in there. I don't have Drake, but you can still.
Lanigle's cringe and doesn't have Drake, but fair. Fake Drake.
But you don't have Drake. Fake Drake.
Yeah, fake fan. Fake Drake. Yeah, I don't have Drake. I'm not that fussed about Drake. I'll be honest.
That's insane. It's like saying I don't really care about PogChamp. Like it doesn't matter if you care about it. It's integral to Twitch.
Yeah.
That's like
no, I don't really care. Like if you want to clap, just do clap. I've got clap.
I use lol W at the end of like 90% of my messages. I don't know where I'd be without it.
Yeah.
I'm removing lol W for you, Curly.
No.
Caanths is endorsing slavery. Classic Caanths, as nice to see. Well, great. That's a good interaction there, isn't it? We love to see that.
You love getting invited on a podcast where they post that.
So how did we get from, hey, am I actually even an editor, ooh woo, to being Stanz's content manager, for lack of a better word?
Yeah, well, I think that's the exact word. That's the word that I'm going to be using on any kind of formal things, so hopefully that's the correct word. Yeah, content manager. So I'd been editing for a while, and the whole entire time that I've been editing for Stanz, I was working in my head. Me editing was my main job because I wanted it to be my main job, so I was like focused on that. And I was also working at the pub at the time, and that was like my side job. That if I spent the amount of time editing, I would get paid more than my pub job, but obviously the ratio of hours meant that I was getting paid more for my pub job. But it's been stuck between like a rock and a hard place, because every hour that you work at the pub or whatever other job it is that isn't your thing that you want to do actively goes against being able to do the thing that you want to do. So at some point I was just like trying to get as many videos as possible to do from Stanz, which I think was around the time when I was like, all of this just chatting content at the start of streams is like really funny. We could just use that for videos. Mm-hmm. And I could think of so many instances where that could have been a thing. And we were a little bit flaky with like doing it every day, uploads, because Stanz was asking for us. He was like, "Oh, I think this is really good content. I think we should do this. You should take this for a video, blah blah blah." But Stanz's streams aren't the kind of thing where every single day there is like a bang, here's a content piece. It's kind of like made in the edit partly. So there were some days where there just wasn't a video, and I kind of wanted there. I was as passionate about it as Stanz was. I felt like I was like, I want there to be a video every day. I want to make sure that there's bangers and that we as a whole are like proud of it. So I messaged Stanz and I was like, "Hey Stanz, I'm not enjoying working at the pub, and I want to put my time and effort into working for you. Can I do that, please?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I've already handed my notice in at the pub. Don't let this sway your decision."
Already quit.
But I wasn't enjoying it and was going to quit anyway. And regardless of what happens, I will still keep on editing the same amount of content for you. I just would like find another thing and try and look for another editor, another person to edit for. But Stanz was like, "No, that sounds sick. I'm 100% down to have you as like the head of the team, as in basically do the thing that Stanz was kind of doing, which was his videos. I will do videos. He'd just wake up and be like, fuck, I need to do a YouTube video. I replace that." So he doesn't have the worry of going, fuck, I don't have a YouTube video. He'd be like,
so here's a 15-minute long YouTube video, watch this, and then we'll yoink something out of that. Whereas Stanz doesn't watch YouTube, he doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. Like, it would have been in his mind before. I didn't watch it. I'd argue probably before Task Manager, I watched the occasional stream. He was so much more gaming, and like obviously now there's Stanz, but gaming there's another channel, and now I guess it's a complete shift from that because it's just that's the way it goes. That's the way it is. It's easier to pump out but it's easier to do react to this 30-minute video and make some funny comments on it than it is to play 6 hours of Valorant and edit it down into 20 minutes.
So I got a bit distracted by noticing C's message at the end of that, but I 100% agree with what you were saying, Curly. Yeah. So the thing that changed wasn't really what Stanz was doing necessarily, and he didn't kind of. Stanz is just a great human, and I'm sure we all agree. He didn't.
I can't be parasocial.
Sometimes. He didn't like give me a thing to do. I said he basically, we had the conversation where I was like, "Yo, I just want to work for you. Basically, make me fucking happy, please." And he said, "Come back to me with like a job title and things that you want to do, and the amount that you think, like pay wise." Is like valuable to that. Like he literally said, "You know how much I make, work it out from subs and stuff, however much you think you're worth, there you go." So then the next day
you're a millionaire.
Came up with a list of things, said 6 million a week, and we stuck on it. And no, it was just he was very much like, I want to make the YouTube grow as much as possible and be able to make sure that every person that works for me is in like a very nice cushy job. The way we can do that, I think, is through the YouTube and expanding it and making it grow. So if you can do that, that would be great. And then over like the next couple of months, we had the fucking insane like race to 100k, which was obviously helped by the Ludwig shout outs.
Shall not be named. Yeah.
But what's insane with that is I started at 50k and we got 20k subs from Ludwig. So 30k of that in like 3 months was just from solid work from me, Lion Eagle, and Breezy. Putting out the quality content every single day and making sure that there's good work there, and we fucking killed it. It was so sick.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. I think it's amazing. Like, because obviously Ludwig did a similar thing. He sort of people try and say he pioneered it to some degree, this sort of like making things on Twitch as like a content piece for YouTube. But like, I'm not saying he did, but like people will say that. And I think whenever you watch, obviously I watch like all the streams, I'm sad and have nothing better to do with my life. But whenever you see something and you go, oh, that's going to be a YouTube video, and it's like something really stupid, and it'll be something that came from nowhere. Like, I remember, this was probably like 5 months ago now, because I remember the thumbnail was like fucking Hassan on the island. That was because I was trying to get Stanz to buy an island.
Yes, yeah, that was great content. Yeah, that was you, wasn't it? You suggested that for like, you've been suggesting that for ages though, haven't you? That wasn't like a moment thing.
Yeah, that wasn't, I was like, I've been talking about getting an island for a long time. And I was like, you need to check this out. I'm telling you, you can afford this. I know you can.
That's great.
And I was like, it's crazy how just like a link from someone in chat, it's like, I'm not saying it's the most successful video in the world, definitely wasn't, but like, it's just crazy how like something so stupid can get into like an 11-12 minute thing that gets monetized. I think it's great. And if you think like those vibing videos, you could, if you were to really push it, you could probably get 2 YouTube videos out of that hour. If you had to.
Yeah, sometimes you could if you really want to push it. But that's sort of the thing. There was like 2 sort of big pushes with the channel, like while me and Caanths have been involved. There was the push away from gaming. So when we started, there was still a lot of gaming content, and it was like, oh, we played this game, let's get this out. But then gaming wasn't really performing as well because we joined at sort of the mid to back end of like Taskmaster.
Yeah.
So Stanz was watching Taskmaster. He had a lot of audience coming in from React, but they weren't watching the gaming. But then, like we all know, 90% of Stanz's stream is gaming.
Yeah. There was a big split where YouTube was kind of cooking us because it was separating the audience. It wasn't like people who are subscribed to Stanz. It was people who watch Taskmaster, people who like gaming, people who only click on Ludwig and Atrioc videos. And we thought cutting out one of those and making it just 2 and trying to merge those into you click because it stands, not because of any of these other factors. Please click because it stands. That's what we were trying to get to.
I'm sorry.
I'm living proof of the success because I started off as I like Ludwig a lot, and I wanted to like know his friends and like know all the inside jokes. So that's why I started following Stanz, Atrioc, Cutie, all them. And then I found Taskmaster, and I was like, oh, this shit's hype. And then I found out that Stanz was watching. I was like, so this is like really cool. But I wasn't a huge fan of the gaming, and I think that the YouTube is a lot better since we've drifted away from gaming.
Yeah, and a lot of people who aren't happy with that drift, we've now got Stanz But Gaming, so fuck you guys.
If you want to watch raw 3 hours of Zap, fucking fire away.
Yeah, and I really like the direction it's gone in, sort of like doing it more like VODs, like more like Northern Line style, where you like it works for Northern Line, it works for Stanz because they're both sort of like, he's not a like, whoa, let's play this game gamer. He's a chill player.
Hi guys, welcome to this YouTube.
We're gonna get a Fortnite Victory Royale. Like and subscribe, ding that bell.
Yeah, that was weird.
Last today.
I feel like I had a gamer juice in my throat there. That was weird.
That was weird.
I have a gamer juice every now and again, as well. You just have a, you just talking and eventually gamer juice comes out.
Yeah. Speaking of gamer juice, this sounds like I'm about to go and gamer juice is going to come back. He's not. I'm going to go get another drink if that's okay.
Yeah,
some gamer juice.
I'm going to go get some gamer juice. Yeah. So I'll be gone in for 30 seconds, maybe a minute.
Yep.
I'll be back.
No worries.
I'm also going to tag and go grab some gamer juice.
Thank
No worries.
fuck, there you go. Ugh.
I know, right? Let's leave it to the real ones. Chat.
Yeah.
Give me a 1 in chat if you
actually,
know
give me
where the
3
real
in
ones.
chat. Give me 3 in chat. If you know, you know.
You can't ask for the 3. You've got to ask for other things, and then the 3 comes.
If you know, you know.
I think Darsno does know. Darsno was there for a lot of the Slothon.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Ari definitely knows.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you know, you know.
If you know,
Damn.
you know. 3's in chat, everyone.
When did
That's
Ari-
it. The vegetarian 3 always hits.
Blue Jaded with the 2. Blue Jaded does not know.
If you don't know, you don't know. But fair, Blue Jaded.
Also, shout out to all my lurkers. Thanks for coming out for the type in numbers, and thanks for being here and lurking. If you're a lurker, hit 1. I won't say your name because you're a real lurker, but I'll respect that you're here.
I will say, Lion Eagle, I got my gamer juice is your favorite flavor that you love talking about.
Rip.
Watermelon.
Cheeky bit of watermelon.
Watermelon is cringe flavor. I'll say it. Also, American sweets. We had this like little conversation off thing, but you always got to come up for a free. True, Ari. True.
Do you wanna get the tier lists up, and we'll go into that, and then we can go back into questions after.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
We can go into the tier list. Yeah. We'll.
I feel like this is the best time to segue.
I'm not sure whose is whose, so I'll just bring them up, but we won't jump to it until Caanths get back. Oh, actually, no, this one is definitely Caanths', so we'll do Caanths' last because he suggested the tier list.
Fair. I'm gonna try and speed through mine. Yeah,
We've all got to kind of speed through them, haven't we?
I hope
now we're all going to talk about each individual animal and why we placed it, where we placed it.
Yeah. So we kind of said animal. Well, I'll do a leaky. We are doing our tier list of the best Super Auto Pets animals. A very very personal list. I feel with that game. I feel like there obviously will be a definitive tier list for how strong everything is. However, we've not really gone for that. We've gone for more so personal favorites of like good team compositions and things like that. So there'll be an element of like strong and weak, but a lot of it's personal preference of like, for one example, Curly said before we started that he's never really got a kangaroo to pop off for him, whereas me and Z really like the kangaroo. So
Kangaroo's so good. Love that animal.
So there'll be elements of that. So like the kangaroo, we'll disagree a little bit on where it actually is, sort of tier wise, but it's just in terms of personal preference. So yeah, Caanths, we're talking about the tier list that you set up for us.
Oh yeah. I spent a lot of time finding and setting this up.
Yeah, I'm really happy you gave us one with so much time, considering how many things there were to put on there.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's a lot of time to figure it out.
One. Definitely wasn't half an hour before.
So let's see if this screen's working right, because I don't know if I've messed anything up on there. Also, chat, you won't be there for a hot second. I'll put you back in.
Chat, no.
But yeah, so first of all, we have this person's, which I think is Curly's, but I'm not.
That is mine. I'm gonna have to open it up on my end as well, because it's a little bit.
Oh god, I already have things wrong with this.
So
I mean, the thing I've got wrong with it is the fact that Sloth has 2 animals in it.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
So I guess I'll start at the top. Obviously, Sloth. I had its own tier list for Sloth because Sloth is Sloth. But I also just think the fish has Sloth energy. That's all I'll say. I love the fish.
No, explain yourself, please.
Yeah, that needs more explanation.
I just look at him. Mine's based on my kind of opinions. Like, I love the fish. Like, say if I have a shop straight off the bat with 3 fishies. Woo, I actually love in life. I just think it's so
agree.
cool.
The fish is really good, but it's not a sloth.
Yeah, but it's got the same energy, you know.
That's it. I don't know, but you've not done a good enough job at explaining how it has the same energy. That's why I'm so confused.
I just like them. I just like how it looks. I like how it is. I like it. I don't know. I think it deserves its own tier. I just don't think it's.
Then give it its own tier. Don't put it in the sloth tier.
Give it its own tier. No, shit on the sloth bite. Fucking adding them together. God damn it.
You know what? I think they're just as rare as each other in my heart.
I do only see a fish 1 in every 10,000 games.
Yeah. Well, or never. In terms of the actual Super Auto Pets, aka the S tier, spotted cat, turtle, snake, scorp, and I love this one. See that cheeky little extra roll that I get early on? It just gets me torqued. I'll say it. It just does. It just gives me all the love in the world. These are my favorite animals. If I could, this would be my, not my ideal team, but if I could have just these 5 animals, I'd be loving life. I love the extra roll from the swan. It gives me joy and love in life.
Since Swan got fucked in when it became 1-3, not been a fan. I've been.
It's not that bad.
I've been actively avoiding it. It's not awful. But I think every time I get it, I feel like I'm putting in a lot of work to make it work. If you've got it with Bluebird and you can buff its attack, then it's not too bad. But it's a lot of stat.
A lot of these I don't have too much opinion on. I love the milkies from the cow. Cause I love saying cow milkies every time I get them. I love saying those cow milkies and then feeding the milkies to my animals. It just gives me joy. Anything that can snipe that isn't cricket, I'm fairly sure I have high up.
Cricket doesn't snipe? Question mark.
Not cricket. Shut up. The other one. The other cringe tier one. Mosquito. Yeah.
Cringe? Oh, okay. Sorry, I will.
It's been tier. Yeah. Well, it's in K. Yeah, anyway, dromedary. I love also. I just love having a dromedary on my team early.
Dromedary?
Yeah.
Really? You love the hyperbolic time chamber?
Yeah, I
agree. I like that.
Oh
yeah.
No, I'm not about the hyperbolic time chamber.
Mind,
if I'm gonna time chamber, I'm like forever time chamber with the chicken.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Which I'll tell you what's wrong with that. I'll spoil later down the list. He's got chicken in fuck 'em.
It's so true. Yeah, I mean, I agree with your reasoning for dromedary curly, but we'll get onto that.
I'll be honest. I don't even know what the chicken does. I don't get where we're used to. That's why it's in fuck 'em. See, if it's in fuck 'em, it's because I've never bought it or I don't care about it. Snail, it's been nerfed as far as I remember, but it's still snail. The little glow that the little boy gets on his shell.
Yeah, snail is now big poo poo. I'll say it.
Yeah,
it was okay, but then now it's just doing 1-1. Never catch me freezing a snail. Freezing a snail was a failure's mentality from the get go, but freezing a snail is now you are a failure for freezing the snail now.
Yeah.
The rest of these, like, I like Otter's okay, early skill, and I got it actually good, but doesn't matter. Monkey, monkey's monkey. I feel like it was like the go-to unit at the start of the game, and everyone started playing it. They were like, fuck, monkey's the best thing in the world. Now you wouldn't really see as many monkeys, but it still has a place in my heart.
Yeah, part of me still doesn't understand why Stanz had like the whole monkey meta thing of like having to figure it out and like get through it all, and it's like, monkey's just so good, dude. It's just look at it.
Yeah. The rest of these I use. I'm a tropical fish savant. Like I will always pick one up when I see one.
I don't respect tropical fish.
What's the tiger? I've only just realised.
Right, so yeah, they've got the new image of the tiger.
You're list. What do you mean?
Actually, yeah, I know that it's there because it's that, but why?
So I don't know why they've just got the wrong image of tiger. So
yeah, it's just the wrong one.
We filled it in as the tiger from the base game rather than from the new
beta. That's tiger cub.
This tiger image is used in the beta though.
Yeah, it's used in deck 3.
Yeah, deck 3. There's a new deck.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they're using the one from the new beta, but
doesn't matter. We're taking it as the old one.
But yeah, we're just using it as if it's the old one. The old tiger where you just stick it behind someone and then he makes them go again.
I'll be honest, this buy it when I can. I couldn't think of another. I like the two all mine that has like the start of it, so this is B tier technically. I don't really buy these when I can. These are just things that I have like meh opinions about. I will put them in. I was so close to putting Turkey and fuck him because fuck summon builds, but then it's just kind of good. Like it just kind of is.
Bison in here is insane.
I only reason I ever think about Bison is when it's that Bison thing. Whenever they talk about Superman, it's like, yo, have you seen my Bison, the Avatar meme? And then it's that's all I can ever think of. I just never use it. I just don't.
Yeah, honestly, Bison being there is a bit strange because Bison is like one of the best pets in the game.
Yeah,
I just don't use it. Look, I play my way, all right?
It's fine. You can lose all the rounds you want.
Going, you get like one of those tier 1s all the way up to level 3 at the start of the game, and then you just get Bison Barry squad.
Yeah, I think you said it as well. I've got Dragon and can work, but meh. Because I know that people are like, Dragon's so good because it can work. But at the same time, fuck that shit. Because I don't want to buy and sell my little team that I put together. Because I respect them too much.
Yeah, I can notice here that there is a sort of disrespect to the buy-sell meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the buy-sell meta. I put my team together and I'm like, these are my boys. We're going to the end.
It does have Swan in S tier, which is usually pretty integral to the buy-sell meta.
Well, no, that's true. Yeah, but it's also part of the buy more of the same unit meta that Curly likes.
It is.
So. I buy shit tons of food for my units.
Yes, yeah. That's exactly that's why I play the games. I don't.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with Swan. Like, Swan was good with pretty much any team comp.
Yeah.
Still is. I still respect Swan, but
yeah, nothing else I really have a massive opinion about. Anything that's in fuck 'em, what the fuck is the lobster? What the fuck is the lobster? What is it?
Yeah, honestly, lobster is cringe.
Lobster is good. It's literally just a turkey out of battle.
Can we mute this guy?
Dude.
So rather than like just giving +3 to like shitter like bees and sheep and shit, you can be like giving +3 to your fucking like rhino you just bought or your hippo you just bought, or making your swan less bad when you buy it. The lobster is actually good.
Dude,
it's not
actually bringing lobster
amazing.
into it.
See, when it's your turn to say, you can explain what the fucking lobster does, because I don't even know.
Apart from suck
Stalker,
ass.
Stalky out of battle.
Elephant gives me PTSD. I did a whole stream where I spent 4 hours trying to win with the elephant and didn't do it. It was horrible. I had elephant. It was like I had to use elephant with something that when it hits behind procs. So like the camel or the pufferfish or the other one, peacock. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't win. It was just cringe. I hated it. It was so horrible, and
I like the idea of elephant plus camel plus all of the hurt things. The concept is cool. Execution is not. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the concept of having an elephant that hits behind it into a camel, which then buffs buffs a blowfish that then shoots out. So the blowfish just has infinite health and then gets hit by it. It's such a cool idea, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Duck, fuck him, because, you know.
Duck kind of fuck him because Duck Meta was amazing, but now it's gone.
Yeah, Mammoth, I think is cringe. I think it like looks like it should be good. It's only +2 on death. By the point you get it, it's not as good as you think it is.
I mean, Mammoth's like a much better version of Flamingo and Ant.
Yeah, but it's tier 6, is it not? Like, by that point, you may as well just buy pizza. You know what I mean? And have a better unit in there, have a Scorp instead, and buy some pizza.
That's fair for you.
Llama, see if you're 14 cringing it, you're cringe. Fact.
Insane take. Llama's good.
Yeah. I forget what these do, but I know whenever I did the speed run of Deck 2, I used these little buggy boys a lot.
Oh yeah, I think you used a lot of Ladybird, didn't you?
I did. My official time I didn't submit, I was 4th in the world for a brief period of time.
Well, I
just didn't submit it.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and like every single other person in the world didn't submit it, so you're all 4th. Well done.
No. I was trying to get Blue Jit's time. He was 3rd at the time.
Okay.
I forget what this does. I had to ask what the fuck the Grey Dog does, and chicken. Well, Zeke can talk about the chicken, or everyone else can talk about chicken because they seem to have very strong opinions on the chicken.
The chicken is such a good unit. Like, if apart from its own like low stats, it's just really good.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention. I love Gorilla, but I know that it's not good. I love that it has coconut, and it's the only thing that does coconut, and I'm like, yo, coconut.
Also insane.
The best part about coconut armor is the sound effect. I'll say it.
True.
Yes.
True.
It's so good.
I know. I mean, you get a fairly strong.
Draft goes up to Super Autopad. I forgot about the sounds. If we're including the sounds, draft goes up to the top.
Giraffe.
Yeah, I'll say I think Gorilla is actually pretty good. I mean, if you get like a decent like HP and damage input one, and then you put a melon armor on it, you've essentially just got 2 out of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing, is that it starts too late to be like something you're trying to scale all game, because it's tier 6. It comes in.
Well, that's why you run a chicken. So then, as soon as you get one, it's already 50-50.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
It into the curly meta, so it doesn't really work. If you can't buy it in tier 3, it's pointless.
I was actually trying to check. Oh my! Why is the Kraken in the yellow tier?
You have to fucking like mega boost it for it to be useful. It's so situational.
But it's like,
oh my god, fucking in deck 3, Pug Octopus is gonna be insane in custom decks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have nothing else.
What does Pug do?
Oh well, no, it's not. It's not though, because I mean, it still is, but Octopus has changed now.
Has it?
Octopus now does level 1, 2 damage to 2 random enemies. Level 2, 6 damage to 2 random enemies, and level 3, 9 damage to 2 random enemies. I think.
Oh, that is cringe. All right, Octopus deserves to be where it is now.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't stick. I hope they change that after the beta. Leave my current packs alone, please. You can have all these new animals, but leave my current packs alone.
Yeah.
Just to give me slight meta changes. Don't change any of the massive abilities of them. I think they're all good. Also, I'm so sad that I don't think Lion and Eagle work together.
It's so true. Yeah, that's cringe.
We're having a little bit of debate about it because it says that Lion gets stronger or only gets its ability when it's the highest tier unit, and they're both 5th tier units. So
yep.
I don't actually know if it will get it, because if it means you can't have another level 5, or if it means you just can't have a tier 6.
You don't know what we should do. Sorry, just to interrupt. should we go through the tier list first, and then we can talk about the SAP update?
True.
Yeah.
We'll be here for years.
Just last thing, currently in the beta at least, you can't play decks against each other. You can't play any other deck against deck 3, unless you do like the customized thing. Like if you go into arena with deck 3, it seems like there's no cross pollination for animals, so you can't even use lion and eagle together, which is very sad.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, I was looking at making a custom deck with them, let me just. Oh look, we're back in this for a second.
What? We're here?
Wow.
Hello. These are some strange YouTube deep dives.
Yeah, this is the Stands with Gaming YouTube deep dive.
Whoa, look at this. Don't look at this because this is my one. Look at this while we sort it out.
Oh, that pink.
Is this mine?
Yeah.
Yes. Is that the whole thing? Yes. Okay. Hold on.
I believe so.
I'm typing something in chat. It's pretty cool. Okay,
I'm
so
glad we basically ordered the same thing. This is good. Sloth needs the same thing. Great.
yeah. Oh boy, can't wait to stream for 78 hours. Smile. So yeah, that's my sloth tier. I love playing this animal. I don't care if they're good or not. These are just animals I enjoy having fun with. My top 2, I didn't really tier any of mine. I guess top 3 are kind of weird. They don't go together at all, but I love them. It's the pufferfish, the kangaroo, and the seal. I just think that they're really fun units to have and play with. I also think the microbe is one of the sickest fucking units in the game because microbe builds are so good, and it's just there's nothing else quite like the microbe.
Yep.
And I think just the uniqueness and how strong it is just really cool.
I'll say if anyone ever comes against me with a microbe and they don't have a turtle on their team, they always lose against me.
Oh, big Stan.
Microbe, I have never seen a useful microbe that doesn't utilize a turtle directly behind it.
Yeah, but that combo.
That combo's good, but who's really the strong unit?
Well, also I use microbe, and then use
hedgehog,
a bit of puffer, and it.
Yeah, but surely that's a draw factory.
No, because
you pump out their stuff first. Yeah, you pump up so much of their stuff out first, so you beat the 1v1.
Fair enough.
That you're basically creating.
It does. It's not a good strat. It's a fun strat.
It's not.
Which I think is Noah's point for. It seems for this whole thing is just things that I like using, things that I don't like using, which is
fair enough.
Yeah, and there are some animals that are really strong that I like using, like the cat, the cow, snake, rooster, scorp. Those are all really good fucking units. And then my early game squad, if I don't have otter, fish, mosquito, I honestly don't even want to do the run. I'm what's the fucking point?
I feel the same.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same. Yeah, if I don't get an otter, I don't pick all 3 generally. I'll go fish otter or mosquito otter. And then I'll just try and boost one of those to try and get them as high level as I can, because then you get a bison, and then if you self-scale, and then you've just won the game in deck 1, pretty much.
I'm not liking the cringe against bluebirds currently. I think bluebirds are in that talk of those same 3 goats, but.
Yeah, so that's talking deck 2.
These are animals that are undeniably very good. I just don't like playing them.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. You what? Cricket? Yeah, cricket's actually really strong for tier 1.
Wait, yeah, sorry. I looked at most of the animals and went, yeah, that makes sense. Cricket is.
Cricket?
No, Rochelle. If Rochelle thinks the cricket's good.
Yeah, I'll say.
Rochelle knows her stuff about Super Auto Pets.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, Tem Bomb. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, Cricket Horse is actually one of the strongest early game builds that you can do.
Yeah, but it's cringy after that.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's good early game, but I don't think it doesn't put you in a good position for mid or late or being able to transition out of it.
Yeah, because you don't even really want, even if you're going a summon build, you don't even want the horse or the cricket really for your summon build.
Yeah, you can go summon when you get fly, turkey, and all the other cringe later. But no, I do.
Speaking of turkey, they're both in that same tier. I get that they're good. I just don't like playing it.
Yeah.
Same with bison. I don't like playing bison. I don't like doing honey badger. I don't like hatchling chick to just make a scam. I don't like penguino that much. Even though I get like these are all like really good animals, and I have like all of my snipers in above average because I like taking snipers. I think snipers are fun, but there's just something about leopard that's less fun for me. I don't know what it is. I just don't like the leopard as much as I like the other snipers.
Where is the leopard?
It's in good, but I don't like playing it.
It's next to the hippo.
The blue boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you on penguin. I feel like penguin. It feels dirty and too easy whenever I add a penguin into a team of level 2s. It's just free win. It's not fun.
My above average tier are good animals that I like playing, but not as much as the tier above, obviously. So I respect all of these animals in the above average tier, including the mammoth Curly.
A mammoth respecter.
Because I like doing buy sell a lot, and you know it's the great way to like just end up buy sell. You're like, oh, I have 3 gold to spend. I want something that's going to be good for like this one round. Then I can get rid of it. Slap a mammoth on the team. Sure. Chef's kiss. Sure.
Scorpion. I think Scorpion's better.
It is. That's why Scorpion is a tier above it. However, if you don't get a Scorp, you slap a mammoth on that bitch.
I disagree completely.
It's just good to go out of the box. You don't have to invest in it.
Yeah, but you also can't really shut down a mammoth. You can shut down a Scarp.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, I think
if you go up against that micro build, your Scorpion's just shit. Your Scorpion's a B.
Then your mammoth's also basically the same.
Your mammoth gives them the very needed buff.
It gives them the plus 2s, which is going to do nothing if you're micro.
Yeah, but it's infinitely better than the nothing that the Scorpion does.
Yeah, you'll be taking normal damage because of the weakness given by microbe, whereas they're taking extra damage because you have that like little protection against microbe. If that makes sense.
The reason that I think there's the conflict between adding it and not adding it is you don't do buy sell Curly. So that's the only situation where it's goated to add it in is doing the buy sell. It's not a permanent member of the team just because you have 3 gold and it's there. It's better than adding in almost any other animal apart from Scorpion.
Yeah.
Mammoth never sees the llama, does it?
What's up?
Mammoth, it never sees the llama, does it?
No, not currently.
No, because I was just thinking if you were doing like a 4 squad like build and then you just had like 4 gold, that could be like a decent spend of 4 gold for +2/+2 to everyone.
Well, I was gonna say, if you were doing like a 4 squad build, then you would just pill mammoths.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only mammoth that I have respect for is Manfred, aka Manny from the Ice Age movie.
Of course.
You don't respect his wife in this month?
No.
Well, there we go. You heard it.
And then
no female mammoths. We've heard it here first.
This is true. How dare you not respect Queen Latifah as the best mammoth?
Someone had to say it.
I don't think they did have to say it, I'll be honest.
No, they did. There's a reason they went extinct.
From your incel mammoth mentality, I think you're the reason they went extinct.
Yeah.
But I guess apparently I do have strong opinions on the lobster because I think the lobster is a lot better than people give it credit for. Because like it's like a turkey, except it permanently buffs good units that you buy rather than temporarily buffing shit units that spawn.
You have it in no strong opinion.
I know, like I said, I do have strong opinions after hearing all this fucking lobster disrespect. People just don't know how to use it.
Because like if the issue with the shark.
Can you please explain what the actual thing says? Like, what does it actually do?
It is when you buy an animal it gives them I think it's like +2/+2 at the start, and then it levels up as it levels up. So, but that's a permanent buff that they get.
Is it?
Yes.
I think it's +3/+3. I think you were right.
Yeah. So it's even better than what I just said. So yeah. So it's fucking like.
Does it come out the game +3/+3? I don't think it starts that, right?
I think so.
No, it's +2/+2 +4/+4 +6/+6.
Yeah. So it's like it's a free pair to anything you buy.
Yeah. So like if the issue with like a gorilla or swan is that their stats aren't that good, if you have a lobster, it makes them good off the bat. Like it makes them better.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the only way it's good is if you're about to add in new animals and you've got the space and there's a lobster in your shop, you just add the lobster first, then add the new animals, and then fuck off the lobster.
Yeah.
It's probably good if you're.
Although that's a very expensive pair you've just done, Caanths.
Yeah.
No, if you're doing cow, kinda, honestly.
Yeah, I think if you're like mid-game moving into like a summon build, like you're saying, if you start early and then you're like, right, I've got the turkey or whatever, let's go into the summon build. And you plop in a turkey or pop in this lobster first, then go into your new build. Probably worth it.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Any pivots?
Yeah, if you're doing a big pivot, then lobster. You put the lobster down, do the pivot, then just sack off the lobster. Really, yeah.
It's very situational.
But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it for a 1 animal switch, because that's not worth.
That's a 6 gold sink for
6 gold for a pair. If you're just having the lobster there for that, yeah.
And the loss of another animal.
A 5 gold sink, because you get 1 back for selling the lobster.
Yeah.
All right.
The whole turn basically to give +2 to an animal.
Yeah, but there are uses for it. Like, yeah, if you're doing a full pivot.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I feel like my brain's fucked. How is it 5 gold?
Well, if you were to sell it,
because you're going to buy 2 animals, so you buy the lobster, you buy the other animal, you sell the lobster.
Yeah. You're already the cost of the animal that you're buying that you want to buff doesn't equate to buying a pair, does it? It's cheaper than a pair because you buy the lobster.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it's 1 cheaper than a pair, but you've lost the slot for an animal.
Yeah, but you've just sold the lobster.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And then you have to buy another animal, so then it's 8 gold.
Yeah, but you could have 1 less gold and have 2 good animals.
You could have 2 pairs.
Like in theory, if you got 10 gold at the start of the turn, then you
have a full team. You have to sell 2 things.
But there's no point doing them. What I mean is, it basically costs 2 to get the lobster buff, as long as you can get the team back in place, and it costs 3 for the pair, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I still think it's not great. I was confused at what maths was going on.
I think you have to use your whole 10 gold to give a +2/+2, it feels like. And then you'll end up with a different team on the board.
Yeah, it costs new rules in cost 10 gold to get a lobster.
Yeah.
The lobster costs 10 gold.
Diminishing returns. Yeah.
Or you just keep the lobster around. Imagine.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, you don't get a lobster. What are you doing?
Why are you keeping a lobster on your team? No, cringe.
You have your whole team of fish. You don't have time.
10 gold for a lobster and then you keep it round? What are you doing?
Dude, I don't care about that.
The value of the lobster goes on the longer you carry it around, because that 3 gold.
Oh, lobsters are NFTs.
That's the takeaway from this.
Lobsters on the blockchain and Ethereum? Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Here's an alternative. You don't pick up the lobster, you pick up the bison, and then he gives himself a +2/+2 at the end of his turn.
Wow, that's cringe.
Here's the thing, right? You don't pick up any animals, you roll 10 times for the sloth, then you go with no animals, and you roll 10 more times, and then you go with no animals, and you roll 10 more times.
Yeah.
And then you do that for 300 hours.
What happens if you try to start game with no animals? Does it let you?
You just die, yeah.
You just lose, yeah. I've done it a few
times. I was doing
that
briefly. Whenever I tried for like half an hour, I was doing that. Just to like...
Yeah, because I was thinking
I got sloth,
that's cringe.
Yeah, that is cringe. But I was thinking like more 5-head, like say it's like late round and you just like pill a bunch of like badgers and fucking hedgehogs to kill everything on your team, or I guess you just pill everything on your team. Like what happens? But
yeah, I'll say it. That isn't.
You have to run out of gold and have no animals at the same time. In the way I'm trying to do it.
Buy, sell.
But and then I hate the sheep. It seems like good value, and then it's actually just a trap, and you always end up getting shit on when you have a sheep on your team.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't like the sheep, but I love when you got a spider and he gets a sheep.
Yeah.
That's why I have spider as the second worst, because I never get fucking lucky. The amount of times I get snail or fucking like some bullshit animal.
A fucking kangaroo. Like, you get a kangaroo out of your snail.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Or sheep out of my spider. So fuck the spider and fuck the camel. These are my 2 least favorite. None of these are really ordered, except those 2 being in the bottom of the bottom tier. Absolutely fuck those 2.
Also,
like
cringe dromedary.
Camel's fucking cringe. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of hyperbolic time chamber meta. That's why I have both the green beetle and the.
Get it so early, and you could just like have a big
you
fish.
Both so early.
You could have a big fish.
Curly running big fish.
I'm a fan of big fish meta. However,
big fish.
Big beef. Also, what really hurts my soul is that in real life, my favorite animal is a giraffe, and it fucking sucks. It's super.
I'll say it does not suck. I bring giraffe in a lot. in deck 1.
There has been like a turn in the meta because I've noticed like Stanz and Northern Lion both are using just because there's so few scaling options in deck 1 that like I guess I have to fucking play the giraffe early.
Like,
but I don't know, like every time I fucking level 3 Scambit and get a giraffe, I'm usually pretty annoyed about it.
Like you can't. I love if I Scambit and I get a giraffe, I'm like I've got the best one I could get. Pretty
One of the best Gambits,
Early scaling, you're actually loving that.
Because that's the problem with deck 1. Scaling. Yeah, it goes giraffe.
It's S tier. I'll give it that. The sound effect is the best in the game.
As long as like the turn goes your way, you do want to pivot into the penguin really, because he's just gonna hit everything. But but the giraffe, like before you can hit level 2 with everything, if you've got like an ox and a kangaroo, and you can hit the giraffe into level 2, and you just hit both of them every turn, just slowly scale that little engine. It just goes like so far.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, have you ever seen what a giraffe's tongue looks like?
I have. They can lick their own ears with their 21-inch tongues. I told you giraffes are my favorite animal. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to right now?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, have you ever touched one? That's weird.
I have actually never touched a giraffe. That is my goal.
Feel like a normal tongue.
They're so long and they're so like way more slimy. Like it's strange.
Slimy.
No, Caanths is saying that because he can clean his ears out with his tongue.
Yeah, what's wrong with their normal tongues, right?
The tip of your tongue is just
Caanths
hard
actually
and
edits
wax.
with his tongue.
I sit back like this.
But like, because I have to feed one a cracker, and what it does, like.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry. One, you can't say that word, and 2, when did you feed?
I meant the food, like I pretty sure.
The fact that you had to counter by saying I didn't mean a slur for white.
I mean person. Okay, I fed it a Ritz, and
dude, that's so. I feel like you weren't told to do that. I feel like you were kicked out of a zoo for doing that.
No, I went to Animal Kingdom or whatever it was when I was in Florida. And like literally, it like tried to engulf my whole arm. This is when I was like 10. I literally had to like, because it was like, and just kept going for more. And I was like, fuck.
See, if you just led off with you went to America, then I would have understood. Because obviously, you know, we care about animal rights here in the UK, whereas you know, not so much.
SeaWorld. So. And when I was a kid, SeaWorld was hype. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, SeaWorld. Woo, so good.
Let's go swim with dolphins. Oh no, mine's very sick.
To be fair, I also did swim with dolphins.
Yeah, so did I. But I was like 6.
Yeah, you can do that when you're a kid. I'm not going to cringe on someone for going to SeaWorld when they're a child.
I went when I was 16.
Oh, we cringe.
Well,
Curly's cringe.
One sec. It was for my brother's Make-A-Wish. Caanths, do you want to say that again?
Yeah, cancel him. I'll make a wish.
Those dolphins want to make a fucking wish now. Let's make the wish for the dolphins that they're not in fucking captivity in cramped conditions where they practically don't even survive.
Yeah, but there was that one that got jerked off by that woman though. He was living the life.
What about the one that raped someone? I feel like that one.
That's like 90% of dolphins.
That happens a lot.
Dolphins are just hornballs.
Dolphins, the jesters of the sea. No, they're actually the rapists of the sea.
All right, next tier list.
Next tier list. Let's move on. So this is going to be my one because we do guest last on this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, officially as of now, from the first guest podcast, we do them last.
Every time we've had a guest on, we've done theirs last.
I've set a good precedent for my tier list, so the next guest is going to have to.
This is kind of insane, Lion Eagle. What are your tiers first off? I can't read your tiers from what I'm looking
they
at.
are sloth, always pick up, I sometimes use, I rarely use, and I never use.
Okay. Makes more sense now.
It is. This isn't purely based on how strong they are. Like I like that the dragons in the bottom. It's because I never pick it up. I know it's good. I see
what
it.
What was that?
The dragon. I see the dragon.
Let's go.
I see the dragon.
How do I leave?
I see the dragon as an empty space in the shop. Like it might as well have rolled and skipped a slot.
I don't see race. Lion Eagle doesn't see dragon.
True.
IRL imagine dragons.
So yeah, we'll go from the top like everyone else did though. We got sloth at the top because obviously, you know, I've got 2 in the space of Stanton's not getting 1, so they must be good.
Sloth.
And So yeah, always pick up. Like we said, the mosquito, the fish, the otter. If I get a combination of those three, that's just how I play every run in deck 1. And then the bird's a little bit lower down because I play more deck 1 than deck 2. So that's why he's like lower in that tier. But it's not the tiers aren't really spaced out like that. But but I do play a little bit less, so it is a little bit less commonly seen on my teams. Then I just love the Kraken. Like if I can get the Kraken to pop in any situation, I take it. Like if I get it in that first turn of tier 6 or I get it in a Scambit, it's going in the team. Like I agree that it often shows up too late for some builds. Like if you get it like 2 or 3 rounds into having access to tier 6 units, you're not gonna get it. But if you get it at like the same time you could get like T-Rex, like I've also got T-Rex on there. If you get those early, those are like so good to just get on the team.
Yeah.
I mean T-Rex is even better than that, honestly. T-Rex you just swap in for whatever scaler you've got anyway.
Yeah, T-Rex is too good.
Yeah.
Something I'm surprised we haven't talked about more. What are your guys' favorite tiger targets?
Oh, tiger. Basically a good sniper. I like having a tiger, or a good or an engine. If I have like
snake,
a bar.
not gonna lie.
Yeah, tiger snake's good. I actually do really like tiger bar. I like that.
Eagle is one of my favorite animals. Tiger eagle is so fun.
Tiger eagle is also really good. If you got a level 3 eagle and you get a tiger behind
level 3 eagle,
yeah,
mushroom. Level 2 tiger is insane. Shit goes on. That's just 2 units.
True. That's
it's
true.
crazy.
I mean, your relative name's Tiger Eagle.
Tiger Eagle. So yeah, the eagle's on there. Same reasons we mentioned it with the tiger, because even if you don't have the tiger, like a mushroomed eagle is just amazing. And you know, pilling a mushroomed eagle to then get like a team of level 6s, a team of tier 6s, just super cool strategy. That's like it feels like it's not part of the intended gameplay. Which I always like decks or the teams that feel like that.
Yeah.
So I like that about it. Cow is on there now. It used to be that cow would only be sometimes, but like, I just love getting a cow, especially like I've not really got anyone else that does it on there. Like I've been playing a lot of food builds, and like the food builds they can like swap around. Like sometimes I'll have the seal, sometimes I'll have the worm, sometimes I'll get a rabbit, so whoever I'm buffing just gets a little bit extra. But like the cow is always like on my team now. Like it went from me not having anything of it to having ribbon in it and like two goes with it. So
almost everything but worm, I feel like I love that is involved with food.
Like, I used to try and run worm. It's hard.
Yeah, it used to be alright back in the day. I feel like they changed something.
Worm isn't rarely used because he's the one that I use the least out of those food builders, but I do really like food builders. Like if I got a worm from a Scambit and I was setting up for a food build, I'd be like, yeah, we'll run worm this time around.
I used to try and run worm caterpillar.
Worm caterpillar?
So you buff it and then you get the extra thing.
Then you get the copy from the butterfly, and then you have the big buffy worm, and you're like,
I stopped running pillar ever since the mosquito snipes would kill it when the order got right. It's so cringe.
Yeah.
I just never picked it up again.
Yeah, I was talking shit on Microbe. He is in my always pick up, like if I'm running a turtle at the front. So I guess he's technically sometimes used, but like in the certain situations, like if I'm playing deck 2 and I've got a turtle, I'll always sack something off and get the Microbe in front of it.
Fair.
Because you can't deny that meta of those two units together. Kangaroo we spoke about, good unit. I think it's really strong. I think you get it stuck behind either an ox or behind something that's already big anyway, and then get a melon on it. Then you're talking like easy street, especially with if you're going up against just deck 1, because then there's just like no scaling that can really keep up with it. Sometimes you use a lot of the pets fall into this because this is just like pets that I'll just fit into another build where like it's not going to be the main focus of the build, but everything else is going to sort of work around having this additional pet. I do like bat maybe a little bit more than I like mosquito actually, but I just think because it comes in tier 2, level 2, it's just a little bit late for me, which is insane.
I wish the bat wasn't. Is it 1/1 or is it 1/2? Like 1 attack 2 health. I think it's what.
It's something. It's very low, but yeah, it is.
It is very low. Yeah.
It might be. Was it up to 1/3?
It might be 1-3. I know you don't. It doesn't die from a snipe, but like from a mosquito, but it's not good. But yeah, so a lot of stuff in that middle ground. I've got penguin and giraffe next to each other because I basically just see them fulfilling the same role. It's just the penguin is what you pivot into from the giraffe when you get to the certain level.
Yep.
We've got parrot, which I've been trying to use a little bit more because like it's essentially like having a tiger. I do like it. That's kind of my one that I've not quite got to proc right, where even though it's so weird because it should really just be as easy as getting a tiger to proc right.
It is really, really tricky. But it's so fun when you like pop it off.
Yeah.
Especially if you power up a parrot early on, and then late game get a leopard, stick it behind that.
Yeah, I like the diversity of the parrot. It's really cool. Like a lot of like early game, I'll stick it behind like a kangaroo. So then like the scaling from the kangaroo then bounces back into scaling of a parrot, and like you just sort of have an even longer version of its original engine.
So what I'm hearing is Lion Eagle loves teams that lose to one big animal. Because you were talking about you like camel into hippo into kangaroo, but the issue is that if someone one shots your camel, your entire team is fucked.
Oh no,
that's similar with the parrot behind the kangaroo. If someone just one shots your kangaroo, you're fucked.
Yeah, me with the camel and the rat thing. That was all just like when the rat was changed. I was like looking at this and I was like, this could work, but camel just isn't good.
I do think the rat change is really cool. It does make it opens up more doors.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's very good. But it is fun.
Yeah. I often have rat work against the team that uses it still, like a lot, because especially when I run kangaroos. So then what'll happen is they'll end up killing the thing that's in front of my kangaroo with a rat, and then a baby rat will spawn and they just make my kangaroo even stronger.
Yeah,
that's what I've seen happen most of the time with people with rats. No, because but what you're saying about the big unit is I normally have a big unit in front of the kangaroo, so that the kangaroo then has the scaling from the big unit in front of it. So what the parrot would do is then just like amplify that along the board. So like I normally have like at this point I'll have like a level 3 bison. Sorry, not a level 3 bison. I'll have a bison on the field. I'll have a level 3 mosquito because I like having a level 3 mosquito just in general because it pops all the melons in deck 1. It's like the only thing that can do it. Super effectively. I mean, skunk can also do it, but then that's just a waste of a skunk, really, if it pops a melon. But yeah, that's really the main thing about that. I kind of respect tropical fish, but I play a lot more deck 1 than deck 2. Swan has been going down a little bit in terms of how much I use it because I've found myself not needing as much gold anymore, just because of having so many units that sort of scale in combat. Like, it doesn't need the scaling beforehand. So it's actually having less of an impact. So it's like, I'm actually better off having someone else who works better with the engine than having...
Yeah.
Like, more gold to then put an extra, like, 2/2 at very most on a creature. Then rarely use. These are sort of gimmicky ones, I'd say, for the most part.
I like the snake's solid.
Yeah, I do agree that the snake's good. I just feel like... when I see a snake, I've already got like five pets in there that I want, and I don't want to swap in like someone for it because I'd much rather still have scaling than sniping still.
I don't know. I do like snake, but I understand.
Yeah, no, I completely get it. Like I completely get why people like snake. I do like pig. Like sometimes I find it funny to just run 3 pigs on the first round, just so then the second round's just really fun with a load of gold.
3 pigs is guaranteed auto draw if you don't see a mosquito.
Possibly. There's maybe other ways around it, like maybe like 2. I don't know the full mass on it, but maybe like 2 crickets, 1 horse, maybe.
Also, what are the odds on not seeing a mosquito? It feels like
to be fair, if I see a mosquito, it's like 90% time going on my side, so.
Yeah, probably the fact that if you can get 3 pigs, you can probably get 1 mosquito.
Yeah. Yeah. So grey dog I'd not really ever used. I think it's decent. Yeah, like I say, most of them are gimmicky. So like some are stronger gimmicks than others. Sometimes I'll put a duck on if like I'm down to 3 gold on turn 1, and then I'm just looking to fill the slot. So it's like, oh, I'll just use you so I'll make something stronger when I get rid of you and replace you. And then never use is maybe a little bit too harsh. So some of them I don't use out of like squirrel. I see a squirrel, I ain't ever picking that shit up.
Yeah, what is
Like,
it? Is it like
I love food
money
builds,
or
but the minus one
It reduces
isn't worth it.
the costs of the first food that shows up in the shop.
Yeah.
Yo,
Has it always been that, or did it used to be that it would reduce all food?
It used to be Squirrel has undergone the most changes of fucking.
Squirrel
anyone.
used to be insane.
Yeah, I would have run Squirrel when it was all food, but now that it's just those first 2 bits of food, just not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what Squirrel used to be, you would buy the Squirrel, and then it would change your entire shop to nothing but food, which sucked because you only had 6 gold to buy 2 food.
Yeah, that was terrible.
They did it to where it did that, but it made that food cheaper, which was fucking insane. Because if you got a level 3 Squirrel, it's like, oh, here's 10 food that all cost 1 gold each. So then they made it to where, or no, level 3 Squirrel was free because level 1 it was 2, level 2 it was 1, and then for level 3 each had 10 free foods.
Level 3 Squirrel now I believe gives you some free food at the start of the turn.
Yes, it's 2 free foods. Yeah, and then so they nerfed it from that to. It just reduced the cost of food in general, but then again, level 3 Squirrel was broken. So now they have it to where it only does it for the first food that shows up in the shop, which is bad.
Yeah.
It was like broken, awful. Never used.
So that's why it's here.
Awful. It went awful, broken, awful again.
Yeah. We got Owl in there. Maybe it's technically not true that I never use it. I never use it on the team.
Yeah, it's always buy sell.
I'll buy sell, see you later. But you'll never see me running an Owl. Dog is in here now.
Stats though, because it's what like a tier 2. You buy it at 3-5. It does have good
stats as 3-5.
Yeah.
I'll admit, but maybe it's a rarely used. But I rarely ever see it when I'm on my last 3 gold.
That's fair.
Dog's here. Dog used to use all the time. Pretty much was a staple of one of my sets. It was basically just dog after doing a bunch of ducks.
Cringe.
Yeah, I mean it's cringe, but it was, and then the buy sell meta of with ducks was just like the way you did it. But now it's just worse grey dog. So I mean, I think
Stanz got nerfed a lot.
Yeah, I think Stanz
they lowered the starting stats and they upped the tier. So like dog is very hard now.
Yeah, I think Stanz mentioned it that Northern Line's using it a bit more now, but I still can't get behind it. In there also is Dirty Rat. Maybe that's a rarely used, but like again, it would be like the Owl. Like it would just be for like the extra like stats that it has.
Yeah, you pick it up, you roll, you have space, and you're like, I'll put it in.
Yeah, I can't think of a super strong build. Like obviously you could do it with like a boar or a hippo to get that extra boost. Like just from the Dirty Rats on their team. But there's so much like relying on their team to have the empty slots available for your Dirty Rats and things like that. So it just I can't ever get that mechanic going. And then out of respect, the fly and the turkey are in the I never use section. Out of respect for not destroying everyone's day.
Fake Drakes in chat.
Yeah.
And now I take it what the last tier list we have then is Caanths, aka 80 dubs, or sorry, 80 hours, 0 dubs.
Yeah, it's the best tier list out of all of them. I think mine is the most correct. No one's going to disagree.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll say it's 100% more accurate than Curly's.
Yeah.
Have you put these in order, or have you genuinely just fucked them all in?
I know, I just put them all in like 5 minutes before we played.
So I was like,
could you imagine if he,
in the
time that it took him to do it, he went through and individually ranked every pet brought.
Yeah, and I think Ant is the best animal in the game apart from Sloth.
Yeah, if you put Ant
honestly like Caterpillar.
But yeah, so one thing I will mention, just because this is very funny, but before we move on, the sauropod isn't on this tier list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's probably for me would be a sometimes use because it's like, I like the gimmick. I don't play too much deck 2. I don't always care about gold. But yeah.
I love it for my food builds, but it's a very situational thing. I don't think it's like all the time.
Yeah, I think deck 1 food builds are a lot better, so I never do food builds on deck 2, so I'm never going to get a sauropod.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's probably other animals that aren't in this as well because I just found it like 5 minutes before we started. So
I don't think there is anything else missing that's like apart from like like bus and stuff like that.
I didn't notice sauropod.
No bus. Fuck.
Should bus in though.
Always use bus.
Yeah, where's zombie cricket? He should be in the S tier.
Yeah, where's zombie fly?
Yeah, bee didn't make the list. Zombie fly didn't make the list.
So while we're on screen share, do we want to do the other topic that uses screen share?
We can do the other topic that uses screen share.
Yes. So
The thing that we like to keep hidden from Caanths. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Caanths, you're our biggest fan, so you know exactly what's coming next.
Yes.
Notice Z loves his no context Brit Twitter account.
Oh, good. Yeah, I thought it was this. Yeah, I do actually know about this. So get
So, well, I wasn't being sarcastic. You're normally here most of the time.
Okay, yeah. I was like...
And we're hopefully going to get those up. Z was worried because we had done a podcast on Thursday, and he was worried that there was going to be 4 days of lack of context, of no context break. It was going to be so hard, there wasn't going to be enough tweets. And then we reminded him that if you really
that's the first one.
They were all
picture.
Only one of these is like old. All the other ones, they have just tweeted these out since Thursday. I'm like, damn, this Twitter account's so fucking good.
You know what the thing is?
What's the context? Do you think? I know that's the whole point, but like.
So there's two things I think it could be. I think either that's like his dad's name, and that's like a respectful tribute to his dead father, or it's his gay lover.
I was also thinking like dead friend or dead relative respect.
So you're saying you want to get your own name tattooed on your shoulders?
I don't. I hope in this case that it's his name and that he's Craig.
Yeah.
And there's someone like when he's at the beach, someone reads his tattoo out loud and he's like, yeah?
That's it.
That's me?
How do you know my name?
He's worried about social situations. He's really anxious about, talking to people. So they're like, "What's your name?" He just takes his fucking top off and turns around.
Yeah, that's exactly what the kind of person
he's
who's
socially awkward.
Yeah, socially awkward who takes his top off every time he talks to someone.
That's funny.
He gets really anxious and he just turns around and takes his top off. Yeah. He's like, "There you go, me, Craig."
Yeah, it was weird that Stanz was doing that when he was interviewing people as well. Do you know Nathan Stanz?
Yeah, it's really weird.
What's actually going to happen is eventually Stanz will walk around with a decapitated leg. Not decapitated, the fucking removed leg of Z. It's like, this is my name.
There it is. But yeah, no, so you were talking about like the Stans doing that and just like whipping your shirt off. I could be like, do you know Stans? And then just whip my tattoo out.
Yeah, so he's going to walk around with your leg eventually. He's going to remove it so that he doesn't have to introduce himself to people.
There it is.
To be fair though, this guy does look like every single British dad ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he does. Like my dad looks like this, except fatter.
Yo, he does look like Johnny Vegas.
Do you know who Johnny Vegas is?
Okay.
I guess we finally hit somewhere I don't know the context anymore.
No, you.
So who's Johnny Vegas?
Johnny Vegas.
It's hard to describe Johnny Vegas without saying he is Johnny Vegas.
So he
do you want to pull up a picture of Johnny Vegas for those who don't know?
He's on a series of Taskmaster. That's probably what you know him from.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Is he really?
One of the latest seasons, I think, like 10 or 11, something like that.
He's a rather rotund man, let's say, who has like a very unique.
He's the old guy that falls over during hula hoop task. He's not old, but he's not.
Yeah. He always kind of like dresses like either really weird or really nice, but it doesn't look right because he's just a strange guy.
Yeah. It's
on Taskmaster, which means it was after season 10 because only seasons 1 through 10 were.
That's a very flattering picture of me. It looks very nice there.
He does. Monkey.
What
are you doing?
Well, he's actually he did it. Was it Benidorm? He did. That's what he's actually known for originally. Was it Benidorm? Yeah. And then
Benidorm was not the first thing Johnny Vegas did.
No, I think
that is not
one of his like. That's
did
one
Benidorm not come after PG Tips?
Yeah, Benidorm was like way after like PG Tips and stuff. Johnny Vegas was a well-established comedian before he was on Benidorm.
He got his breakout role as PG Tips man, obviously.
Yeah, PG Tips man. Yeah, so he did a tea advert. See, that's why everyone loves him.
Yeah.
He did a UK tea advert. So
and that does look exactly like Johnny Vegas. It's crazy.
It's the same.
Yeah.
This one might be my favourite so far.
Surely that's constant though.
Yeah, well,
that can't be like a one-time thing. There's got to be at least 50,000 people tweeting.
You see, I really want to know the context of this one. Like which
what day it was from? Yeah.
Which MILF
What
was
happened?
it that
do you know
actually triggered the
genuinely?
MILF?
Do you know probably genuinely what it was? I think there was an episode in EastEnders where they call someone a MILF.
Oh,
Ooh, shout.
There was that. I'm fairly sure that it was in one of the soaps. They referred to someone as a MILF, but didn't explain what it meant. So probably all the fucking old women are going, "Oh,
What does that mean?
MILF." I'm almost positive that's what this is. Like, there's a soap that referenced a MILF, and everyone in the internet's going, they called fucking Phil Mitchell's wife a MILF.
Oh, to be fair though.
MILF Mitchell, am I right?
I don't know who it would have been at the time. If it was Shirley, then not my vibe. But you know, I do.
I'm joking.
I know my EastEnders lore.
Yeah, they definitely wouldn't be calling Shirley a MILF.
No, they would not.
I wouldn't even call Cat a MILF. I'll say it.
Just so you're aware, Notice, you're as out of the loop as I am. I don't follow any soaps, so this is all just
Nice.
random names.
Yeah, but no, you have to know who Phil Mitchell is.
Yeah, that's literally.
Yeah.
Holy
What's
shit, it's
this?
Craig again.
It's like
Nah.
it's Craig's
Could you
brother.
imagine? Could you imagine if it said Craig at the top of that?
And on the 6th day, go to the Sanchez. Oh, fuck me.
Let's fucking go, mate. Why is
This one's for Caanths.
So
I also like how he ran out of room after man.
Chester like fucked?
He ran out of room.
because it's like, "Hey, God created man," like that's the quote, and then they just added Chester. In.
Oh, okay.
No, he just ran out of room.
All I'm saying is, if you flip this guy over, on the other side, he's gonna have the Man United logo tattooed on where his heart is.
For a
100%.
second, I'll be honest. For a second, when I first saw this image, that's what I thought this was.
Yeah, I thought that was a Man United logo. But I think it's like the fancy, like at the
Yeah, it's
start
just like
of novel.
fancy lettering from like a novel. I don't know what you call that.
You know, like when they-
Wingdings, actually. That's what they are.
You know when they
usually
do
what they were for.
You know when they do the A, but they round the A, they'll do like a whole bunch of like, you know, like the start of Shrek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
start of
actually
It's the Shrek lettering. What is
the
this?
Shrek letter. This is the.
Oh, okay, no,
the-
I understand
the
the meme actually. I was like, this isn't British, but yeah, it is.
My parents.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Based,
True.
makes sense.
This is another one we finally came across. One I don't know. So what is
So
this?
Blackpool is a place in the UK
Yes.
that has these big sort of light show thing. So like it's well known in the UK where it's like on a night. It's not good, but they just have like a load of like LED lights and stuff and just like light up the streets of like the big like sort of like seafront area. And then on a night, like you can just go like down on the seafront and you know just basically like go to like arcades and stuff. Like it's just like a seafront town. It's pretty shitty, but yeah, it has like the big draw is Blackpool Illuminations. So then like it became like a very colloquial thing for like mothers to say it's like Blackpool Illuminations because it's so bright even though there's no one there.
Yeah. No, when you like, I guess this is maybe a British thing when you leave a light on and they'll be like, "He fucking didn't turn that off, mate." You think we're made of
Yeah, well,
money?
it's just like your parents being like.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure in America parents
People it
are
is.
worried about spending too much on the electricity bill when no one's using the electricity that's being wasted.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a British thing, Curly. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, but I don't think it has the same. I just don't think it hits the same. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it hits different when it says. Yeah.
It definitely
Like,
hits different
like-
when they say Blackpool Illuminations. I'll say
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what
think
about,
that'll
like-
hit that well in the US.
Like whenever you leave a door open, do your parents ask you if you're raised in a farm or some shit?
Born in a barn.
We
Yeah.
say born in a barn, but yes.
yeah, born
Yeah.
in a band, such like in a like that's I hear that in an American accent.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's an American thing.
I hear nothing in American accent. I don't hate myself.
I hear nothing. I feel nothing. We've got a bit of a. This is a bit of a scroller. Volvo, it seems, has much to learn from Haas. Context? Fucking Google it. Okay, sorry.
Oh, Clarkson.
So these are cars, right?
Yeah,
I don't know what Haas is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't actually know what Haas is.
Haas is the
How British the Brits did we do it?
Haas is. I know Haas are an F1 team, so I assume they're a car
I'll tell you what,
manufacturer.
Haas is definitely not a British word.
I'm pretty sure.
That's fair.
He read the whole dictionary. Jeremy Clarkson.
I wrote the dictionary. I am Oxford.
Yeah, where's Yagog?
Yeah, if it's an F1 thing, where's Yagog?
The main thing really is just Jeremy Clarkson in this conversation. Jeremy Clarkson is like, I think either love him or hate him.
Is he the Top Gear guy?
Yes, he is the top guy. You love him.
It's funny that there's a no context account posting something where someone asks for context and the person says no.
Yeah.
It's icing on the cake. Yeah, it's great.
That is actually like.
You know what the best thing is? If you just Google, let me just Google Volvo. It seems have learned.
Oh Jesus Christ! We've got a long no context Brit section today, haven't we?
Learned.
Yeah, there's 12 of them.
There's 12.
Right, next one. Let's go.
That's why I was like, I was worried about there not being enough, and there was actually just so many.
This one's great. I love this.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah.
I want to know who stole the sign from its original place and put it there.
Yeah. This is to stop the Pokemon Go people that were walking down the street looking at their phone.
Yeah, this is the pub Caanths goes to.
Yeah.
The bear.
Yeah, back to the Pokemon Go conversation we had off camera.
Not to dox Caanths.
Oh, yeah,
This is his local pub.
This section of the podcast is the no context part of the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna submit this as clips to our channel.
Yeah.
So what is the bear? Is the bear just a pub?
Yeah,
It's
be a
it's
pub.
a pub.
Yeah, you realize, like British pubs just have the most stupid names,
That's fair. Okay.
like the Cock or something. Like, and you'll go, yeah, that makes sense. Let's go to
Black
the,
Boy.
On your cock, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
the Queen Vic, if you will. Also,
up.
it's a classic.
What the fuck is this one? I don't even know what this one is. Eh?
Oh
Yeah,
this
I'm also curious.
this.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's the fashion choice, right? Okay.
Does this transition to the rest of the UK? I can tell you exactly what this is in terms of Northern Ireland.
You go for
This
it.
is-
I don't.
This is every farmer when they come to the big city. This is when they're like what the like normal people wear, jeans and fucking brogues. Get them on. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to the big city today. This is all the
They've
farmer
also
boys
all
that
got
the
that
train.
same. I don't know what you call it. Like the jeans. Like is it acid wash where they have the
I know what you're
like
saying.
the light in knees.
Like yeah, these are the farmer boys that have came to the big city for their one night out a year. They all don't know what to wear, so they all wear like basically the same thing by default because this is what they assume fashion is.
Yeah.
I will see these people on the regular in a pub being way too loud and annoying for their own good. But it's their one night out. They get it. It's theirs. They get their one time. Oh, I've seen this.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a picture of the fucking child eating shit.
Dog waffles. To her, it looks like chocolate, but one lick and she could lose her sight.
Like, what kind
I've
of
never seen this before.
Is that Blackburn? Fucking
Yes.
Blackburn, you smelly bastards.
coming at you, straw hat hippie.
At first, I wasn't sure if this was a British thing, but then I saw the Blackburn thing in the bottom right. I was like, okay, now we're good.
Sponsored by the Blackburn Rovers.
Is it
Yeah, that's
actually?
because it's a dog.
Please don't. You know, yeah.
Also, can you
like-
lose your sight from licking shit? I feel like that's not a thing.
What, sorry?
I can say 100% that I've not checked.
Yeah, I haven't checked either, but I feel like you're not gonna lose your sight from licking shit.
Bro, what's the
Like
subgirl for
scat
licking a dog
fetishes.
shit?
Yeah, there's like a fetish category for like shit. It's like
There's no way.
all those
that there's
people
a-
are blind, are they?
I you know what? I hope it's real because anyone who wants to go around as a fetish licking dog shit deserves to go blind.
Oh,
I'll
shit's
say
different gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, dog shit's like horrific. Like I mean, like you should never touch dog shit with
I think
your
it's
bare
quite
hands.
Actually, do you
because
want to know
it's
something?
Really bad.
I'm putting the call out there. See if anyone has any kind of dog shit fetish. Come pick up my dog shit. You can have it for free. I don't want to pick it up. So if you want it, come to my house and take
Free.
it. Yeah,
Charge him,
free.
Curly. Charge him.
No, come and take it, you fucking freak. I don't want it.
Yeah, I'd charge him just because there'd be an interaction there. And
Yeah,
I'd want
no,
them to pay for
no.
the interaction that I'd have to have with the person who
You,
has a
you want
fetish for dog
to
shit.
send them an invoice, dog shit, and they have to send it back to you.
Nah, they are sending the money first.
Bear in mind, you have to go to your accountant at some point if you sell enough dog shit and go, yeah, I'm selling dog shit. So is that a write-off?
That's
or
what I do
like,
now anyway when they
is
talk
that-
about Stan's videos, I'll be honest.
Is that like it like stag some sort of like eco thing because I'm recycling?
In the
You know,
US, you have to make a certain amount on it before you like have to worry about taxing. So as long as you don't sell so much dog shit, you're fine.
My dog shit's a lot.
But not if you have a job as well, because then you'll be still making the extra, so you'll still have to declare it.
Yeah. Fuck you, Twitch. Yeah.
Fuck you, Twitch.
Why are we saying fuck you, Twitch?
I did not declare my Twitch earnings on my taxes this last year. Yeah, okay, good.
I do.
I didn't declare any Twitch earnings because I don't make any.
Because I didn't get paid for the first time until February, so I had made nothing off of Twitch yet.
I didn't make any Twitch earnings. I've not been paid by them.
Well.
Let's get off this picture because it's actually turning me a little bit.
It's turning you what way? Turning you what way?
Just a little bit. Just a kind of way, you know.
Curly's disabled the selling of his dog shit because he wants it now.
Yeah, can you read it out loud?
If I catch anyone fucking pissing here, I will smash your fucking head on the bin.
Epic.
This is 100% out the back of a bar somewhere.
Of course.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it, behind that door?
Why is the window boarded up?
Like a social
Very
club.
confusing.
I don't think it's a window boarded up. I just think it's like an area of where the brick is. It does because
It's not like a windowsill.
There's
Looks
like
like an old window. Yeah,
there's
like an old window.
There's like a gap here though, at the top. I don't know what this building would be
You're a
to
gap.
have a window. You fucking what? I'll fucking remove you from this call right now, Mister.
Did anyone remember? Did anyone ever get that when you were a child and you would get clothes from Gap and then people would be like, "Oh, you're gay and proud."
No, I don't ever bought clothes from the Gap because I'm not gay and proud.
Damn.
Just gay, not proud.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no. One of my friends, whenever he was like 10, like actually was so upset about it, he like had to go home from school to get changed because it was a non-uniform day and he came in his clothes and everyone started because it was just a Gap on the front and he had to leave school to go get a new T-shirt on because he got so upset about it.
So stupid.
This is when we were like in primary school. Bear in mind.
Curly's a bully. You heard it here first.
One person said it, and then it just sort of like set him off, and he was like, "I need to leave. I gotta get out of here."
So true. But they're ours now, so get fucked.
Get fucked every other country.
So true.
They look really nice in our museums.
Keepers.
I think those Greek stones that we could very easily give back look better in our museums than where they.
Well, Greece is fine, but it's like the whole like imperialism thing is that people take an issue with.
I don't know if the Greek people would agree that we're stealing their artifacts is fine. I'll be honest.
Greece is fine. Who cares about Greece?
I guess Greece would be imperialism.
No,
sorry.
I don't know if you understand.
Back, yeah. That's my
Greece
bad.
is like a pretty popular holiday destination for people in the UK, so they'd be fucked if the relationship went sour. If Spain and UK ever fell out.
Are you telling Greece to back down, or we're not going to go anymore?
Yeah. I what if Greece go actually on the back or else? I think there would be riots in the fucking street. I think like see if like someone's like here you can't go to fucking Alicante anymore.
I see. You're saying the British public could be handing those stone slabs over in a second just so they can still go to Greece. I got you.
They'd be kicking in the museum doors and fucking walking them over themselves. So they could go to Alicante and go to Benidorm and drink their sangria on the beach.
Isn't Benidorm in Spain?
Yeah, but also
Alicante, and both of those places.
Yeah. I also said Spain after that. Like, Kansas sitting there right now, sipping a sangria, going, "Oh fuck, better kick in the museum doors and get back the insert Spanish thing here." I don't know.
Hasbulla, let's go.
This is the guy I have the cardboard cutout of.
I know.
What a life.
I also like how it was like his friends Dana, Connor, and Khabib, and they didn't quit. Dana, sorry, they didn't fucking twig that this is blatantly a UFC thing.
Yeah. Khabib should have been the
Dana and Connor. Yeah, Dana and Connor would be like, okay, and then Khabib, you what?
Yeah. Those three names in the same sentence.
Yeah, even Dan and Connor in the same sentence. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What a man! Its existence is just.
Where is that cardboard cutout? Okay, get it on the screen. Let's see.
Yeah, honestly, it's behind a lot of rubbish that I keep in the corner.
Fair enough. You'll just hear it. You'll just feel like the sound of like cans falling for the next hour.
That's all it is. You'll hear like
Max cans.
yeah. You don't want to. It's. I have a bin bag that sits next to my desk, and at the minute it's got 2 pizza boxes and Pepsi Max cans, and that's it. That's all. And it is full. Actually, I'll pick it up just so you can hear it.
Our Discord's doing too much of a good job. It's just absolutely silent.
There's just absolutely nothing. That was so funny.
Yeah, that's something I was going to mention to you guys. I don't know if you all have done it, but just remove every single Discord plugin that it puts onto your voice, because it cuts out laughs, it cuts out clapping, it cuts out any sort of noise that isn't speaking, and it's so shit.
Oh.
Like, almost every time that you've laughed to any joke anyone said today, Curly, I couldn't hear your laugh, but I could see that you were laughing.
Yeah. Even that response, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just something that I thought I'd mention. But that's why you can't hear it. I realised when I was doing Stan's videos, I was laughing at his jokes, but he couldn't hear. So he was acting like
fixed that now.
Yeah, so he was acting like no one laughed at his jokes. And I realised in the edit, like I could see his reaction was like, oh, I thought that was funny, and then carried on, and I was fucking crying.
Yeah, but then it's just like, ha!
Yeah. So yeah, I've disabled everything so you can hear everything now. You should be able to hear me clapping.
Whoa.
Where'd you go?
Ooh, look at that.
We'll do it after the podcast. Sorry, I'm just like.
I like this because if I laugh too hard, then you guys can't hear it, but the podcast can because they're hearing my audio.
This is true. All right, next.
Patrons only get to hear Curly's laugh. Next, there is no next, I believe. I think that's the last one you sent me.
Oh, is that 12?
Yeah.
Damn, how they fly by.
Oh, there is just this one though. Oh, Byron's Craig.
Oh yeah, Craig. We love Craig.
Love Craig.
We do love Craig. So let's go back into our normal cams then, so I can get rid of all these tabs. Unless there's something else people want to look at.
No, I think that's it for screen sharing.
That's good.
I do have another pretty.
The chat for a little bit more. Sorry, I don't know if you have other things to do.
What was that? Sorry.
I said, do you have time? Sorry, because obviously we're hitting about 2 hours now. Do you have like another 20, 30 minutes, whatever?
The only issue is I need to get a video out for today.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Yeah.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, I did have the time, and I was like, ooh.
I did have one more question, and then I'll let you free. So if one thing we've learned either A, from this podcast, B, just like being friends with you and just like the work and stuff you do for Stans, you are very clearly like funny enough and capable enough of like being a content creator yourself. So why do you choose to do stuff for Stans as opposed to just like trying to focus on the Caanths channel?
Why Caanths? I thought was going to be the topic. So the answer is I kind of did. I did it for like over a year, streaming and editing my streams into YouTube videos. I did like a YouTube video once a week. Started off awful, obviously, as every single person does. But this wasn't like the first time that I've tried to do YouTube videos. I've been editing for like nearly like 15 years now.
50 years? Wow, you don't even look that old.
Yeah, I know. Nearly 60. Yeah, so I've been doing it for a while, but I really wanted to like start streaming and editing stream content, and I really enjoyed, because I've always liked editing. I really enjoyed editing my own stuff, and specifically like Twitch VODs into a YouTube style content, and I enjoyed the process of thinking of the stream idea and making the stream idea into content, the classic Ludwig like we were talking about before. And I did it for a bit. I got like a following that was minute and almost non-existent, but very dedicated group of people who are very nice, and I love them very much. And a lot of those people I know and would consider friends with more than just like random viewers.
Yeah.
Which was sick. And then I decided that I enjoyed the editing part, so I tried to edit for some more people. And then as the editing increased, me making my own content kind of went on the back burner. I just don't have time to do it. So XX Gamer Juice is kind of like, I'm helping out with his channel, obviously.
Obviously.
And he's kind of the creative outlet that like is beneficial for both things, because it helps out Stanz, and I can think of fun content that I can do that's insane, like top 10 women.
Top 10 women.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, I definitely think Caanths gets like the good end of the stick there with his sort of role as being like still an integral part of the Stanz channel. Like
the Stanel, if you will.
Like one person when we did the thank you video, like I don't want to point out and be like who megalol to everyone else, but someone said like, "Oh, I'm so out of touch. The only people I recognized from this was." He might have mentioned someone else, but like, he mentioned Alex Horn and Caanths were the only two main people that he knew. So it's like so obviously they were here after Task Manager, because obviously a lot of the people that were there were people who were involved in Task Manager, but it just shows that like for this sort of YouTube section and like people who are post Task Manager, like you are like an important part of the channel to people,
which
so
is kind of
you still get to have that outlet of sort of creativity without having to deal with, right, I've planned Stanz's stream for the next 3 weeks now, what am I doing? Like
yeah, it's nice, but also like it's not what I it's not the reason that I was doing it or that I wanted to do it in the first place. And it also it kind of makes me feel a little bit shit about it, because I don't care. I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, I want to watch Caanths' videos because I saw him on Stanz's thing. I don't want to do videos. I just want to make Stanz's videos better. Like I'm actually just fully Stanz pilled. And I'm not here for me. So it's like, don't get me wrong, it's nice when people like acknowledge that they like me being in things. But I would honestly prefer if they only liked Stanz and I was just there to help Stanz be better.
Yeah, but I think being part of that sort of extended universe really sort of helps benefit both sides of it. Like, I've always thought that that doing community content, if you've got a channel the size of Stanz's or the size of like Atriox, I think S3K was a really good thing for him, because I just think it
100%.
Like I always think that people bounce off with another person better. And then, especially in like the Twitch space, you can obviously try and reach up, but it's much easier to reach down. But then if you can find people or someone who you can reach down to very easily, that then like can benefit your content. And I think the way that he's got it is good, because obviously you're already on payroll, so he doesn't have to he doesn't have to worry about like paying you an exposure or anything like that. Or he doesn't have to worry about what you get out of it, because what you get out of it is, at the end of the day, you get a paycheck for it.
Yeah,
so I think that sort of symbiotic relationship that you've got there works really well, because then you like, and also if you weren't getting paid for it, you'd feel like, well, I have to use this clout to stream to then get something out of it. And I think it's actually a really just nice way of doing it, of having sort of a second person there so Stanz can react with and get those video content like pieces out there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things when I did XX Gamer Juice. On the second video, Stanz was like, "Go and subscribe. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers." And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "I don't. That's not Stanz. Don't."
But it's like you don't want to do Gamer Juice not for him doing it and making a video.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make it a career. Being fucking Gamer Juice.
Yeah, it's like you're not doing it as like, oh, this is a fun little channel that I'm going to put some time and effort into. It's this is just a channel for hosting videos that Stanz will react to as like an on and off series.
Yeah.
But without using the word series, because that doesn't do well on YouTube.
True, base. Yeah, and I've uploaded a couple of videos on like my YouTube channel, which surprisingly for an editor are completely unedited. It's just so much easier.
I love the taxes rant. I'll say it. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was very annoying.
We actually talked about those briefly, and well, I said me, Lion Eagle, and Z talked about it briefly, and we're like, it's strange how you didn't even use a thumbnail for them. It was literally just like it was just your face, and you were just like, "Fuck it, boom, throw it up." Yep. And I was like, "It's funny." I guess maybe it's more for this as a personal thing. I don't want to fucking do what I do for work, and make it a big pain in the ass.
Yeah, and I was conscious that the people that I was like that would tune into basically every stream for a year have just gone from like 100 to 0, like instantly. Like videos every single week, and me being like really dedicated to it, and then just nothing. And if there's something that I want to rant or talk about, then because I'd find myself like ranting and talking to my friends, and the rants were about a video length, and I was like, I'll just fucking do that, but in a video, and then my friends will watch them because they liked my YouTube channel before, so they messaged me saying, just watch the video. I see you use the rant to us well in this video. I was like, yeah, you heard it before I even did it in a video. All of the Stockport shop stories were all around like me going around my local town centre just fucking being annoyed at the general public.
I was ripping my hair out of the one about the pasties, whatever the hell it was about. Like, I was like, why couldn't they just get? Like, I don't understand. It pissed me off.
Different sized things.
Yeah, it was third party like rage. Like I was part of social rage. I was like, listen to this.
Instead of getting a bigger pasty that I didn't want. Shit. Yeah, very annoying.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Caanths, for coming on. We appreciate having you.
Yeah,
anything you want to...
I'll say it, best guest we've had so far.
Let's go.
Let's go. Anything you want to shout out?
Stanz, go subscribe to Stanz.
Well, it's a good thing you mentioned Stanz. I think this is probably who we're going to be raiding after this.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, well, I mean, most of the people in here are probably already in Stanz's chat as well, let's be honest, but...
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not. I'm on the Land Eagle channel. We don't.
I'm not on Twitch at all right now, honestly. Apart from actually being on Twitch.
Well, we need to actually do an outro. So sorry. Go ahead, Z.
So I am twitch.tv/NoticeZ. I'll actually be going live later today. I have a very special stream I've been cooking up. I'm going to be turning a 250-foot roll of tinfoil into a super dense ball. We're doing, and Rachel's going to be there, and you guys like Rachel more than you guys like me, so it's going to be a good time for everyone. So come check it out, twitch.tv/NoticeZ. I'm skipping Grub Buds to do this foil stream, so that's something. Because normally Monday nights you can catch me on twitch.tv/Steam Machine doing the Grub Buds podcast, but I told him to fuck off because they're doing like an entire menu review of a burger place, and I'm vegetarian. I was like, you boys have fun. Yeah.
Oh, it works out nicely then.
It does work out nice.
Yeah, it does.
So,
and Curly, where can we find you?
www.twitch.tv/curly801.
T-Witch.
And on Twitter. Yeah, T-Witch. Yeah.
T-Witch.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter as well. I actually, believe it or not, I'm working on fucking YouTube. I'm trying to teach myself to edit. I'm gonna make a YouTube video, and I'm writing a script and all for it. It's gonna be the two people who are gonna watch it are gonna fucking love it. It's gonna be great.
That's the way. Though. That's the way. Make it something that Stanz will watch, and then send it to Caanths.
I don't know if he wants to watch a review of a 1998 Pokemon trading card game. Land Eagle.
It sounds amazing.
Sounds like a video to me.
Jody's here, Pog.
Jody is in chat. Yeah, shout out to Jody.
Yeah,
she was just a little bit late for making the podcast today. She was just a little bit busy. She went home for the weekend, I believe. But yeah, shout out to Jody, Noisy Jody 2, another member of the LSF team. Amazing at content.
No shout.
Honestly, kind of don't want to shout out Jody because she's a better streamer than all of us.
True.
So, insane. Yep. Also, the Truth Man also couldn't make it here today. Obviously, we're on a bit of a different time to when we usually do this, to be a little bit more British friendly to Caanths.
Yeah, he didn't want to record a fucking podcast at 2 a.m. on a Thursday for some reason. I don't get it.
Yeah,
that seems like a reasonable time for the podcast to be.
But yeah, shout out to the other two members of LSF who couldn't be here today. And then Caanths already sort of shouted out Stanz, but also do check him out on XX Gamer Juice, and check him out on the Caanths channel as well if you want to see his Mogul Mail style content. I do think everything that Caanths has put out is really fun to watch. It is. It honestly is. I mean, I honestly have the British perspective as well. Like, I don't know. Like, you can probably say better if Caanths' videos follow up for like American viewing. But definitely, like, there's something very real and British about the sort of rants that he has that you can find. Like, other than Mogul Mail, Mogul Mail's very sort of centered around a live streaming rich guy from LA, whereas Caanths is just a guy from
trying to get past it for fuck's sake.
Yeah, so there's a nice sort of real world element, and then obviously Gamer Juice is a very funny concept. Let's get it to 1,000! Woo! Yeah, and then obviously the best thing you can do to help out Caanths, and by proxy me as well, is to check out Stanz and make sure he keeps having money so we keep having money.
Stand, let's go.
But yeah, also check me out, LionEagle22_25. I will be streaming at other points in the week. I will hopefully be doing some Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga in the build-up to the new Skywalker Saga, which is coming out on, I believe, the 5th of April, which I'll also be playing. Also, we're still planning on doing a Mario Kart track tier list in the very near future. Hopefully this time it's not interrupted by crappy connection and also having to do Pokemon songs for an hour. But yeah, make sure you give all of our love to Stanz when we go and raid just now. Thank you very much, Caanths, for being on the podcast this week.
No problem.
Thank you to Curly and Notice Z, as always, for being here. And thank you, chat, for popping in. Anyone who was here, thank you for the followers and the people who were chatting in here. And we'll see you all next week.
Hype.